Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We know what time it is. Come on now, give me some dance emojis, come on. Hey, we're back, baby. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We know what time it is. We know what time it is, dude. Come on with it. Come on with it, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in black, baby. We are back in black. Let's get it going, dude. How is everyone doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big day today, dude. Yo, I'll let the music finish. Let it finish, dude. Glenn, Enigma, Makos, Pedro, Israt, Sophia, Liam, everyone, what is going on, dude? How are we doing, guys? We knew the time was coming, right? We knew the time that after the beta weekends, things were going to die down a bit. You know what I mean? April was going to be a little slow. We all knew that. But then the withdrawals are going to start kicking in. And boy, have they ever. Now everyone is dying to know what they are going to release today and reveal to everyone. What up, Sky? Help Wanted, what's going on, baby? Lucky 8, Makos, Militron, Brendan P, George 2K, Dan Ingwood, the man, the myth, After Image Creations, Gabor, Mr. Ink, what's going on? The Frost Archer. What is going gagging for it? Yikes, dude. Israel, what's going on, dude? How is everyone doing today, ladies and gentlemen? We got a big day, man. We spent some money on a new mic. We got some cooler lights in the background. I got some side lights here. We spent some money on some higher stream quality to get a little bit better. Got a new lens set up so the background's nice and blurry. Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Hey, Scott, what do you think they're going to reveal? Honest opinion? SM7B. Yeah, that's it, dude. I think they're going to reveal a beta weekend. I think they're going to reveal maybe another open beta weekend. Either that and you hit 30K. Yeah, we hit 30K subs, dude. That's pretty badass. I think it's guaranteed they're going to reveal a open beta weekend. And, I don't know about a new class. I don't know if that's going to happen. Yo, did you get new glasses yet? Nah, dude. I've been slacking. You know, I made an appointment for contacts and then I just missed the appointment. Isn't that kind of ridiculous of me? I don't know. I'm ridiculous, dude. I don't know. That's what happens when you're rocking the Shoelace Express. No way a new class. Yeah, I don't think so either. But hey, man, that'd be pretty cool. A lot of people have been speculating. Dude, Twitter has been going nuts. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Man, it has been going absolutely insane, dude. Demon Hunter incoming. A lot of people are saying there's going to be a Death Knight class. Like a Death Knight class or some sort of Paladin class, obviously. But there have been a lot of speculations, dude. It's going crazy. Heather, what's going on, dude? How we doing? My friend is praying for a Paladin class. I am, too. Today, they released Blood Knight. Could you imagine, like, a Death Knight? That would be epic, man. That would be absolutely awesome. Hoping everyone's having a decent day so far, man. Hoping everyone's having a decent day. We have 20 minutes until this bad boy starts. Let me go to the Diablo official page. Hey, man, listen, we never gave up on making some content for you guys. I'm still here, man. I'm still here. I ain't one of those people who are here just for the trend, you know what I mean? We're here, we're still making content. We're not joking around, we're hanging out, man. I too am praying for a Pally class. Yeah, dude, that'd be epic. Over 30k, what? Damn, we really need Asmon to react to more stuff. Dude, he reacted to another one the other day. That was really cool. I love playing the rogue. Yeah, man, me too. A lot of people. We got 20 minutes left, dude, so I thought I'd start things a little bit early, hang out with you guys, and chill out. Looking like a modern-day Harry Potter. Hey, man, if that's what we are, I'm just gonna embrace it at this point, dude. I don't know. Death Knight or Dark Knight would also be incredible. Yeah, we need another plate-wearing class, you know? Yeah, well, the Barbarian wears plate. How's D2R been? We finished it except for the last act. So I don't know, whatever you want to call that. Story mode, anyway. Plenty of time to get subs, even more when D4 is out. Yeah, dude, we got another month until D4 is out, and then we got a couple months after that to play D4 as much as we can and grow the channel. I thought you were going to pull out a wand, but it was just a water bottle. Could you imagine? Expelliarmus. That's funny. We need more melee like Barb. Yeah, we need another melee class. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. Man, did you guys see those Paragon board leaks the other day, dude? Oh my god. Did you guys see that? How crazy was that? Let me see if I can pull it up. Dude, that shit was nuts. Dude. Of course, from your content. Thanks, buddy. That was crazy. Dude, it was nuts. We got the whole board. And then there's some people in the comment section that are like, we've known this for months. Dude, you've known this for months? Then why the hell haven't you spilled the beans? Why haven't you told me about it? I haven't known this shit at all. They're like, oh, we've known everything for months now. It's like, okay, guy, relax. Relax here. Let's open it up for you guys. We got some new animations. Check this out, by the way. If any of you are big on animations, get ready for this. Ready? Boom. Oh, super clean, baby. Not too bad. We got the Eversong Woods music in the background as well. Is my stream chat going to be working today? Let's see. I gotta be careful on this website, though, because this website, for some reason, slows down my whole PC. Cat Johnson, what's going on, baby? How we doing? Stephanie, what's up? How we doing, dude? You should do stream with Doppelganger Tom Holland, dude. I'm like the Walmart brand of that guy. That guy's good looking, man. The I Know Everything Andes, yeah, for real. Yeah, by the way, guys, I don't know. This might crash my stream. If you guys want to check it out, there's the planner. Every time I go on this website, it slows down my whole PC because the animations are, don't worry about that. This is, it always slows down my whole PC. Sorry, I was, filing for the Comeback Kids LLC. We don't need to talk about that. Anyways, I also made some new thumbnails and stuff, dude. I'm excited. I got stuff prepped for today. Obviously we have the stream right here pulled up. We'll go to full screen. It's not the million tabs, is it? That definitely has a part to take in it. But that tab in particular, dude, I don't know. It's something about that tab. It slows down everything. Like, oh, it's too scary. Remember that one time I was like, oh man, this might crash my stream, and it actually crashed my stream. Website is secretly using your PC to farm Dogecoin. PC's on fire? Yeah, I gotta figure something out. Literally nothing like PoE? What do you mean? Oh, the Paragon boards? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, no, it's everything to do with it, dude. It's all the same stuff. The big surprise today is D4 is coming to... What, do you guys not have phones? Isn't that funny? That would be crazy. That would be absolutely insane, dude. D4 is coming to phones. I mean, you can play it on the Steam Deck. I mean, we all know that, though. Oh, Fivehead, what's going on, baby? Yo, guys, by the way, go check out Fivehead. Actually, Fivehead Survival Gaming. It's actually something I wanted to show you guys. This is my boy, dude. Let me know if that audio's too loud. Or not loud enough, I should say.
Welcome to another video.
Let me mute the music.
In today's video, I wanted to take a moment to talk about Diablo 4 once again. And I know I haven't covered any Diablo.
This is the surprise Endgame weekend.
But it's just not my kind of thing. I like to wait
Pure
and see
Extreme, what's
what
going
it's
on?
like live, then get into that sort of stuff, you know. But anyway, I wanted to make this video because tonight on Twitter I saw something pretty exciting.
Check this
and I
out,
wanted to share it
guys.
with you guys. So, as you know, tomorrow, April 20th, is the huge
That's
Diablo
today.
4 Endgame live stream. This is going to be the one where they tell us all the juicy information about Endgame and a lot more detail about how the game will look and feel.
Microtransactions.
I've been anticipating this one, and I'm sure many of you have also.
Dead Rabbit, what's
I'm
going
just
on,
kidding.
dude?
But
How we
anyway,
doing?
If you look at this tweet here from Rod Ferguson, you may begin to see what got me thinking, and to be frank, got me very excited. So he tweets, wait, is this the one with the secret announcement, or are we not talking about that yet? I would hate to give anything away. Now, this is cheeky, and I know it's
Cheeky.
He's always trying to drum up hype, get people excited about the stream, but also, I do believe there is an announcement coming.
There's a
When I first
bigger
saw
one
it,
too. Ready?
This was
This
posted
one right
tonight.
here. Need more Diablo 4 game time? Having withdrawals. Diablo tweeted, that can be arranged. Isn't that kind of crazy? The day before a live stream at 3 in the morning? Come on, dude. That's kind of big. Subscribe. The big announcement is either Paladin or Extra Beta Weekend. I think it's, I mean, Fivehead confirmed last night. Me and Fivehead at 3 in the morning, dude. 3 in the morning, Fivehead and me are talking, texting, going back and forth on just a bunch of stuff. He's like, dude, 100% Beta Weekend confirmed. It's coming. New class, Shaman. Yes! But, listen, let's hope, dude. If that's the case, guys, we're going back to Sanctuary again before the next month. Probably, you think it'd be this weekend? Yo, that would be crazy. That would be... I would not be ready for that. I thought Pally first, but I still think they were charged for it. So, nah, yeah. Smart. My heart can't handle this right now. Dude, Dale, I'm feeling the same way. I mean, it looks like, from Fivehead's information, I haven't been on Twitter the last, like, 3-4 days and social media and stuff like that for Diablo news. I've been, you know, doing other content. But... it's gonna be sick, dude. It's gonna be sick. I think Fivehead cracked the code on there being an extra beta weekend. That would be awesome. By the way, if you guys want to go learn some stuff about New World, he's gonna start doing a more variety games. You guys want to go check him out? Fivehead Survival Gaming, dude, the absolute goat. Known him forever. Another weekend? Don't tease me, man, dude. I hope they're gonna get SAT servers are open now. Oh, do you think the servers are going to launch and be up again by the end of the stream? Yo, that would be crazy. I would love for y'all to see Endgame. It's incredible. Dude, Cat, we're right there, dude. We're so close. My heart would explode if they said new class and we're going to let you try it this weekend. Holy shit. I'd be like, yo, Blizzard Entertainment is back, dude. Oh my god. I'd be like, Blizzard Entertainment is officially back 100%. That would be... I would flip out. End level beta to try out Endgame. Yeah, that'd be sick, too. The thing is they're officially not making any more changes. It's all done. They're officially done. It's gone gold. It's finished production. Everything's done. It's finished. I think we'll have content drought 1 month in. No. 1 month? Dude. Dude, 1 month. There's 5 classes to play. Everything you do on one class, you need to do on every class. And then you also have, like, 30 different builds for every class. Nah, dude, I don't think 1 month in. No shot. Maki, what's going on, baby? How we doing? Gold for the win. That's it, dude. I don't know what the announcement will be, but their acceptance of feedback is the most impressive I've ever seen. Yo, for real. Like, Blizzard is sharpening up, dude. Let's go back to the Diablo live stream. Make sure we're not late or something. That's not live. 12 minutes, dude. We got 10 minutes. How much time you got in 1 month? Yo, for real, that, like, I would... Dude, I would full-time be streaming this game, and I can't even... I wouldn't even be able to do that. There's no way. I think it'll be Paladin, another beta. They need to test servers, and this would do it. Yo, that would be insane. I think they're gonna do another beta, for sure. I mean, another class would be the most surprising thing I've ever seen. Yo, it's stream day. X-Killer, what's going on, baby? How we doing? That's not healthy. Yeah, about damn time. It took them 10 years to get us from the... And then they doubled it. Wait, no, you gotta give me the story time behind that CER. What's the insider look on that? And then they doubled it. Lance would know what you're talking about. I don't. Replayable content will be additional difficulties. We will easily go through Nightmare and Hell 1 month in. Yeah, maybe on one character.
Y'all better be right. I still have the beta client downloaded. I never deleted it. I never deleted it, dude. You think they would do something cheeky? I want to see changes to the rogue agility tree and sub tree. I mean, I don't think the rogue was poorly designed or anything. I don't know. I like the design of rogue. Some people don't though. I like it. I thought they did really good. How hard Diablo 3 was when it launched. Then they had their devs attempts to the hard mode, and then they doubled it. Yikes. That's smart. I love ARPG grinders. I still play D2 and D4 lol, so do not see me getting bored in a month of D4. I agree. I keep trying to launch and sneak in. That's funny. Nobody says grind as D2 because I have no life. Dude, that's probably why you think there's gonna be no content a month in. The hell? You can't sit here and say you have no life, dude. I mean, listen, the casual player, the everyday guy, dude, they're gonna be just fine. They're gonna be just fine. Got 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I never deleted the beta myself. I didn't either, man. How's everyone doing today, man? Did you guys check out the Paragon board? If you guys want to go check it out, dude. There it is. The Paragon boards. Go check it out. Tommy Callahan, what's going on, baby? How we doing? How we doing? Make sure to hit that like button, guys. Helps out the channel so much, dude. Why can't I share this? I don't allow links in the chat because sometimes bots will come in here and flood the stream with a bunch of adult stuff. You can link it in the Discord if you want. They turned off the comments on the main stream. Oh, they did. Comments and chat is turned off. Oh, shit. Hey, that's me. Nice. Yo, that's funny. Just trying to catch a little bit of the stream before my next job. They did that last time, too. Yo. God, people are toxic, bro. People are so freaking toxic. Josh, what's going on, baby? Good sign, yikes. Big yikes in the chat, dude. Oh, Coop, what's going on, baby? I was sitting there waiting the past 15-20 minutes and was stuck on the thumbnail picture of the two devs saying I was still waiting. Oh no, Coop. Toxic Diablo peeps. Yo, for real. It's so crazy, guys. Oh, Toxic Poro, what's up, dude? What is going on, Toxic Poro? Just as guys a few days ago, your energy alone gets me amped for this. Dude, thank you so much, Taros. Or Taros? I'm gonna say Taros. I love that name, by the way, Taro. That was like every one of my characters' names in video games. Taro O'Keen. Sky, I like the hat. Is that a Comeback Kids hat? Yeah, it is, dude. I'll take off the hat for a second because my hair be looking crazy lately, but check out the Comeback Kids hat. That's pretty cool, right? I had the merch store up for like a month and a half, but it is what it is, man. Sky, are you making a guild? Yes. Hopefully they say, oh, by the way, beta's back up. Enjoy. That would be sick. Yeah, what's going on with the stream? I need a hat. Dude, Stephanie. There's a couple hats. There's a flat, a snapback, and then a, what's it called? I don't know. The hat that faces forward, man. Just pre-ordered because of your channel. Oh, snap. George Black. Nice, dude. What, you have merch? Yeah, I had merch. I'm gonna relaunch it probably in May. Something like that. Comeback Kids, can't wait to see some build idea coming for you. Yeah, dude. A lot on the Rogue you'll see probably. And, yeah, mostly on Rogue. Oh, so you're streaming the live stream? Yeah, I'm gonna stream the live stream. A lot of people were asking for it to come hang out and talk and chill out. Maybe they'll open up Skosglen. Yo, that'd be sick. Mommy Lilith is coming. Yo, Josh is telling me every day. He's counting down the days, dude. He's literally counting down the days. I'll buy a hat for sure. Yeah, we're gonna open up the store back up in May. I was gonna get a shirt, but I was waiting for the hubby's payday. Dude, it's all good. We'll figure it out. Guess I'll wait till May now. We're gonna relaunch it. We have a bunch of stuff on there. All I have to do is just relaunch it. Who's the class you wanted to play at launch, and after playing everyone in the beta, you change your mind or still in the first pick? I think I'm gonna play Rogue still. I wanted to play Rogue. I think I'm gonna... What the hell's going on here? Are they starting? Oh. Are they trolling? Oh, they're just gonna show all the class trailers, bro. Play your way.
To advance through the story and into the endgame, they'll unlock a ton of brand new activities that provide meaningful progression, no matter their playstyle.
Oh, is this the endgame live stream? Oh, Kaylee. Okay. Are you choosing Rogue for the fun factor or other reasons? I love the class fantasy of Rogue. Probably the most. I don't know. I've always liked the Rogue fantasy as well as, like, you know, having harder skill to perform better, like higher skill ceiling classes. I've always loved that personally, but I think my alt's character is going to be a hardcore barbarian. That's going to be dope. World tiers. What do you think about the Bones Necromancer build? I think it could be great, especially with the new Paragon boards and the Capstone as well, dude. I think every build has the potential to be phenomenal. That's the awesome thing I see. Game day, more barbs, or Sork being created? Sorcerers. I don't think barbs are gonna get a lot of love, dude. Flurry-based rogue is going to be my first build on launch. After that, probably a Pyro Mage. Yo, Pyro Mage is dope. I played a Fire Mage in beta as well. I'll likely roll Necro. Ooh, 5-head. Cheeky boy, dude. Alright, so this is just a bunch of nonsense. I'm just gonna play some Tenaris music for now. Barb's absolutely OP. I don't know about OP. I think they will be OP in the endgame, considering the fact that they require definitely the most gear in the game. Thinking of starting Rogue as well, then going into Barb myself. Psh, yo, we're best friends, dude. If you get any good builds, let me know. I got a nasty Werewolf Lightning Werewolf Companion build for the Druid. Build theory crafting before the game's coming out is definitely the move right now, dude. I did a Lightning Mage in the beta. Chain Lightning was insane. Yeah, Chain Lightning was crazy, dude. You would clear the whole screen with a couple clicks. It was nuts. Sork Hydra didn't get touched, but maybe they'll go through more changes today. I know Teleport got nerfed to only be on screen. Yeah, thank God. So I'm thinking about making a basic attack rogue without using of core skill. What? Is that possible? I had my mind dead set on rogue or Sork, but after seeing my first ever Necro in beta, in any Diablo game, I'm going Necro first. Dang, Coop, that's crazy. As long as Mage keeps the cheat death skill, there will be a player favor on the strength of that alone. Still rolling Rogue, hands down, though. Yeah, I love Rogue. I gotta play Rogue first. If they came out with a Paladin class, I would play that. I'd play that first. Widescreen meta for PvP? Damn, that's gonna be crazy. Ice and Shock Sork are superior to Fire. Yeah. Fire's damage over time effects did not feel good to use. Like, what is it? Incinerate? I think that was what it's called. Oh, Strangingness, what's going on? You're going Barb? I thought you were going Druid. I thought you were gonna go Werebear. Screw Sork if Paladin exists or any holy class. Dude, exactly, Dan. I gotta take a couple Tylenols, dude. I haven't streamed in a long time. I'm getting a headache already. We just started. Did you sign NDA and haven't sold this yet? Yeah, imagine that. Surprised no Monk. It was so popular in D3. I wonder if Monk would fit the theme of D4. Oh, Captain Warcraft, what's going on, dude? I wish Monk would come back. Damn, a lot of people do. Okay. Have you drank water? Maybe dehydrated. Yeah, I think I'm dehydrated. I've killed my whole thing. I gotta get more water, guys. I'll be right back in 15 seconds. Okay. Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. There's no cow level. Yeah, I never got to do that in D2. What's that all about? Leaked image of the paladin in the middle of the character screen. I love how people are making content on that, dude. Like, come on, man. That is messed up. Taking advantage of people's hopes for a freaking paladin class. What up, man? Pumping this camera. What's going on, baby? I don't hear the live stream. Can you hear me? You can't hear the live stream? Are we good on audio? Oh, do you mean like this? Yeah, I have it muted right now.
And just enjoy the entire story.
Like, this is muted. I mean, I guess I could just... Alright, it should be starting now, guys. Here we go.
Hey folks, this is Riker, and welcome to the next Diablo 4 developer live stream update. I'll be your co-host. I'm a YouTube content creator and professional Diablo fan.
I love him,
And
dude.
I want to thank the Diablo team for having me here today.
Oh, it looks
We're going
nice.
to be diving into some juicy topics, and we have with us some folks who will take us through those. We have with us...
Hi, I'm Joe Shelley. I'm the game director for Diablo 4.
Joe
and
Shelley.
For folks watching us
Joseph
here and
Piepior.
keep an eye on chat, please keep an eye on the cameras. If they start spinning end over end, you know we had a bad problem and we're not going to space today.
Fair. Okay, I'm Joseph
Riker.
Pipora. I'm the associate game
By the way,
director
guys,
for
let me know if
Diablo
the audio
4.
level is good.
And I'm Adam Fletcher. I'm the associate director of
Let me know if that's a
for the
decent
Diablo
setup right here.
franchise.
Riker's
So we have
getting
a lot
pretty
to talk about today with
portly.
Riker here. Thank you again, Riker, for joining us to be our
Popular?
our, host.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you, guys.
For this actual live stream itself, and we did want to actually do a few quick agenda items and so forth beforehand. Just a reminder to everyone that Diablo 4 obviously is coming out in June, and you can still pre-order.
Yeah.
We do have deluxe and ultimate versions available.
Oh, do
for
you guys
pre-order,
want
or you
a
can
full
pre-order
screen like
just the
this
base game
instead?
itself, but the deluxe and ultimate versions actually give you early
I feel like this
access,
would be
so,
better.
there should be a QR code on screen if you want to pre-order for deluxe or ultimate versions of the game. Today, though, we have a ton
let me
to
do
talk
this
about.
instead.
We expect this
Is that
stream to
better?
be
Okay,
about
awesome.
90 minutes or so.
That's why we had it.
want to cover a lot
Hell
of
yeah.
different topics.
Okay,
One
yeah.
being Endgame, the other one being some class balance changes in regards to some of the beta feedback that we
Okay,
ended up
awesome. Thank you,
receiving,
guys. Thank
as
you.
well as the dungeon feedback that we also received during
All right, let's
our
see.
beta learnings that we actually posted last week. So without further ado, I'm going to stay quiet for most of the stream. You'll see me more towards the end. But
He's making the announcement, dude.
I will
Someone
pass it off
screenshot the
to,
paper.
Riker
I'll
to kind of
be,
start.
I'll
That
be on Twitter
bastard.
the whole time. He's very busy.
Yes, I'm looking
Okay.
at chats.
Yeah, yeah.
Love you, Coop.
I'll be
Thanks,
looking
man.
at chat because we will be doing Q&A afterwards.
All right, guys, we got a long
But
stream. Get
I
comfortable,
will pass
man.
it off to
90
Riker
minutes.
Because obviously, Riker, you've had quite a journey in getting down here, and of course, over the past week, you've been able to play the
Love the
latest
Bale
builds
statue. Yeah,
of,
that's just
Diablo 4.
badass.
And would love to get your take. And
They did really good with
kinda
the
hear,
setup
like,
here.
How was it?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So I've been waiting for Diablo 4 for
Mick right face.
since years before it was ever revealed. I've been waiting.
Do you guys
so
want
long, I'm
subtitles?
literally
Oh,
transforming into
that's not
Decker King.
possible.
I mean, look at me.
I mean, it's a live stream.
So
Come
yeah,
on,
when
Sky.
you reached out for the chance to come to the offices, play the latest build, then getting to come here, getting to experience it, getting to talk to some awesome people who gave me awesome insight into the build, into the systems, and get to play with decked out characters, endgame builds, seeing all the synergies coming together with the items, the Paragon boards, and everything. It's really been a blast.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Riker.
I know one of the first topics that we wanted to jump into was, I believe it was like talking a little bit more about the world tiers and the
Unbelievable.
Capstone dungeons, I believe.
Yeah, because that's basically I guess the gateway into all the other topics, right? Because we have the world tier system is
Yeah,
like
good
the
for him, dude. He
difficulties,
deserves
and
it.
the Capstone
Awesome,
dungeons is how you
awesome guy.
Unlock those and then get access to all that end game stuff. So I think we have some footage to show. While Joe, you want to talk us?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
that?
So yeah, I guess the first thing we want to talk about here is when players are going through the base game experience, they're finishing the campaign, they reach level 50, they get to move into their first world tier content, which is the Nightmare tier. But before they gain access to that, they actually are going to have to go through what we call one of our end cap dungeons. These are longer and more challenging dungeon spaces that have big boss encounters mixed throughout. They kind of serve as milestones where players are expected to pass in order to gain access to that next world tier. Now,
Okay.
Riker, when you were playing, you had a chance to actually check out your first.
He's
NCAP
level
dungeon, at
50.
least as part of this test. Like, what was your experience playing through this?
Yeah, so the first NCAP dungeon, all right. I was one of those guys who was saying veteran difficulty is too easy, crank it up. So NCAP dungeon, I think the first one, it's recommended level 50. I was level 45, thought I was a hotshot, went in there. It was a humbling experience. That's how I discovered that, yeah, if you die enough times, you got to go back to town to repair your gear. So hardcore players beware. I had to learn like boss mechanics, study, adjust my build, and eventually put my tail between my legs, go power up a bit more before trying it again. But then conquering it felt like a really great achievement. Very satisfying.
Still look like 17 damage to me.
These aren't really spaces we expect players to want to go and like,
Yikes.
try to farm and try to get a lot of things out of. It's more, these are milestones, gates for players to pass or to gain access to
9
that nightmare
potions.
tier. Once the players actually get into their this next world tier 3, they're going to access to a few new features. We're going to talk about a number of them today. So you'll start to see that areas of the world are going to be affected by the Helltide system. You're going to get access to nightmare dungeons. You're going to start to see unique items begin to drop in different parts of the game. And then you're going to start to see sacred and ancestral items also begin to appear in World Tiers 3, and then particularly in 4. And also, in addition to those things, the world, of course, is becoming more dangerous as the players step into Nightmare and Torment tiers, World Tiers 3 and 4 respectively. Monsters can do more damage. They are going to be more aggressive. There's a number of changes. Joe, do you have any thoughts on like some of the changes that we made to monsters in World Tiers?
Yeah. You know, one of the things I love about the Capstone dungeons functioning as unlocks for the world tiers is that you've got this the general gameplay loop of getting more powerful, optimizing your build, getting more gear, and then you have something that you're testing yourself against. And then when you defeat that, you move into this entirely new world tier with all of the additional like systems and mechanics and features that unlock. So you're really moving into a place where new stuff is happening. You're unlocking new cool stuff.
Yeah, enemies are more aggressive, they're more accurate, they're faster.
Aggressive? Why does he keep saying that? Enemies are more aggressive.
Creatures, which are just more powerful minions that can show up in your elites and be affected in certain ways.
Oh, that's
right,
cool.
yeah,
Champion creatures?
The monsters have certain cooldowns between their attacks. They have logic for how they do targeting. They have projectiles. Some projectiles have seeking, so they can home to some extent. And they have some logic about how they group up and how they decide which people to target. And so a lot of those different parameters we adjust as you go up in world tiers to make the monsters more threatening, because of course the players are getting more familiar with the game, they're getting more skilled, and they're also getting access to more tools in terms of new abilities through legendary powers or even unique items. Right?
Yeah. One of the things we want to make sure we didn't do too much is it's easy for us
to
just make the game more difficult by increasing the damage the creatures deal or increasing the amount of hit points they have as you're going through these encounters. But we wanted to make sure that the world felt more dangerous as you progress into these higher world tiers, and that requires more work when working with monsters and those various encounters to kind of like create that extra level of challenge. Did you kind of determine and sense anything like kind of going from world tiers like 1 and 2 into like world tiers 3 or 4?
Oh, I definitely felt it. You stated in the difficulty descriptions, I guess I just glossed over it, and I just expected more damage, more health. Yeah, I know how difficulty works. But I started to feel, the world just seems more hostile, more aggressive. And that's when I realized, there's a lot more at play in the increased difficulty here than just bigger numbers, which is nice.
There's one more thing I want to talk about with regards to
Riker's
world tiers
so
as well.
cool, man.
This is I'm very excited about this talk in general. I've been waiting to have a lot of these conversations and with the audience, they can kind of convey some of the more interesting depth and complexities associated with some of the systems. So in world tiers, you gain access to two new sets of itemization tiers. In world tier 3, you gain access to sacred items.
Ancestral.
And then world tier 4, you gain access to ancestral items that can be dropped for players as they're going through those spaces. Now, with the players leveling up from 1 to 50,
Joe knows
the
his
items that you're
shit.
getting from monsters that you're killing are going to be the power is going to be based on their strength and level. So if you are, you're playing in the beta and you're killing level 35 monsters for whatever reason, and you're going to be getting slightly more powerful gear as a result of that, because the monsters are more challenging and they're going to be dropping better gear for you. But once you have reached level 50, and that basically
He said once you're in the beta, killing level 35 monsters. Wait, why did he say that?
Upgrade all of your gear over time.
Wait, why did he say that?
A helmet there, a pair of gloves. That's great. That's how we want you to kind of
Wait, level 35 in the beta
as you're progressing through initially in the game. But once you get into World Tier 3, things change a little bit. So items that drop
Did he
have a
just fuck
chance to
up?
be sacred. Not every item in World Tier 3 is sacred by default. The higher the level of the creature that you're fighting, the more likely the chances that items dropped from that creature will be sacred in nature, or also based on the kind of content you're completing. But sacred items, when they drop, they drop at a very large range in terms of the power that they can have. So
He said for whatever reason, if you were fighting level 35 monsters in the beta, for whatever reason,
that is powerful enough that could serve a level 70 character.
and he's talking about endgame
The sacred items
features.
here basically is going to have gear in it that goes from level 50 all the way up to level 70 in terms of like the power swing there. Once you get a little bit higher, it's a little more likely to get slightly higher in the range, but it's very likely you can get those really, really great drops really early, which we think is super exciting because we want you to be trying to like always be looking for like just the right ring, and it could show up like your best in slot ring for that for a sacred tier might show up level 51, and that might be the one that you want to hold on to for the entirety of that tier.
And you're talking about when you're talking about these sacred items, the level requirement for this ring, for example, is not 70, right?
No. So the level, that's a great point, Joe. So the level requirement for this is actually to be set at the level at which you actually loot the item. So once again,
that's
you have
cool.
trading in the game. If you are level 50 and you get a really, really great ring drop, that's going to be good for not quite your build, but like maybe you're playing a Bleed Barbarian, and this is really, really good for like a Berserk build or like a Big Fury build. And you say, okay, I want to give this to you can hold on to it. That could be a really valuable item to trade because it could be that its eye power is such that it's like really good for a level 70 character, but the required level for the ring itself is level 50 because you got it at level 50. And that's going to raise with the course of time. We think that's going to be super fun for players to chase. And there's more of that as you get into the ancestral tier, but that's not all. I think the next thing we're talking about is actually legendary and unique items. So, all right. We've talked a little bit about legendary items in the past. I really want to focus on things that we haven't spent a ton of time discussing, but to give a general overview, legendary items in general are attached to like legendary powers. And these legendary powers, or reverse, legendary powers attached to legendary items. Legendary powers
Look at that trample
basically
legendary.
are designed to appear on multiple different slots. So, an aspect might appear on amulet, but it might also appear on gloves, or it might appear on ring, or it might also appear on weapons. These things have a tendency to be in a lot of different places based on the power itself. And we like this because it lets players like extract aspects and powers from items and put them into other items that meet certain criteria. It's fun because we want players to go and be chasing certain fantasies. It helps them kind of like hone in on certain kinds of builds and gets them excited about the potential of like kind of taking all these different Legos and kind of putting them together.
New font? Oh, is that the actual new font?
Yes.
Legendaries, yeah.
Legendaries is what I'm talking about. So
is that what that is?
Once you get all of these legendaries together and you put them together, that's going to be really, really fun. So that's part of the fantasy we think of legendary items. Did you actually get a chance when you're going through 1 to 50? There's only a certain number of these that are actually available. But when you get
Sells
into
for
World Tier 3 and 4, more
35,000
legendary powers
gold.
are available. Did you get a chance to see any like new legendary powers as you were playing?
Oh yeah, I mean I definitely got to see a variety of legendary powers. I got a certain number of drops. Drop rates didn't feel out of control, but you guys gave me some
Can you hear the breathing from the cameraman?
With builds, and I saw lots of cool synergistic powers that came together to really make a build flow well. And I think my favorite power was probably on actually a unique item, and it was for the druid that made your werewolf form your true form. So I know a lot of people have been saying, hey, can I just be a werewolf all the time?
Yep.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's the next step, right? So unique
Nice.
items. So unique items only begin to appear when players enter the Nightmare tier. So once you're in World Tier 3, there's a low
Show me
chance
some
that
uniques.
some of the game's unique items will
There it
appear
is.
for players as they're progressing through this experience. And they're very, very
Whoa!
rare.
Gain
These are
20%
huge
damage
item
reduction? What the
opportunities here.
fuck?
Some of them are really important.
Plus
to
4
build
ranks
making,
to all
open up a
skills?
whole
Wait,
different
go
build class
back.
opportunities for players to go
Whoa!
pursue. These are things that are designed to be really exciting, like what you suggest there when you had that
Hold
experience trying
on.
to gather the werewolf, the
Whoa!
ability to stay in werewolf form effectively forever with that druid unique. Really, really cool stuff. And there's more of these unlocked over the course of your level progression as well.
Just
Yeah, I think I
passive
saw
20%
Shaco
damage
earlier
reduction.
there in the list of unique items.
That's correct. Shaco does make a return, and there's lots of opportunities for us to
Guys, what's
basically
Shaco?
kinda pay homage
5 head?
to
What's
items that
Shaco?
came in previous versions of Diablo, previous entries in the series. You'll see a number of different items make returns. Items like Grandfather, Shaco, obviously. You'll see a few.
If
familiar-
core
and
skills
then
hit
a few
5 or more
familiar favorites, and
enemies,
then more over
35% of the
course game's live
resource
development.
is refunded.
Also, this is a good way for people to kind of see the new the new
Named
font
helm,
changes
gotcha.
and so forth that
Oh, yes.
based off the beta learnings that we actually ended up posting last
Yeah,
week.
Yeah, we'll get more into the beta learnings later in the live stream. We'll go over them in a lot more depth.
By the way, guys, obviously sorry that I'm not talking or
example.
commenting so
think,
much. I don't want to
we
distract you
added-
guys from hearing
we
what they're
added at
hearing.
least
So
20% more
heads up on
serifs
that.
To the,
yeah.
More serifs.
Significantly more serif, yeah.
But no, seriously, people pointed out that the font, while highly readable, and we spent a lot of time thinking about, how the game is going to display on all kinds of different screens, different aspect ratios, TVs, right? And so we want the font to be highly readable in all of those situations.
You guys are funny,
but,
man.
it didn't feel as much like Diablo as it could have, and so we went back.
You guys
and
are funny.
found a font that was still highly readable, but had more of a Diablo thing, and it's just a great.
I guess that's a
example
big deal.
of, players pointing something out.
I didn't even
being
notice.
Able to react to it.
Guess that's a big
What's
deal,
the
man.
next thing we want to talk about, Riker? What do you think?
Well, so we have all these legendary items. One semi-deterministic way to farm for them, Helltide. It's an activity where...
Oh, Helltides, guys.
Well, I guess you can dive into how exactly you can target farm specific
popcorn.
item slots to hunt for specific unique items. And it's going to be one of the main
Crosses and the
endgame activities
O's.
that we'll be partaking in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned before, once the player gains access
Level
to Nightmare
75,
tier,
holy
they're
shit.
gonna- Nightmare tier, they're going to start gaining. They're going to start seeing.
King
some
Titan,
new
what's going on,
activities,
dude?
One of them, which is Helltide. Helltide is basically going to be. Switch
check
from
it out,
the-
guys.
Running in through the world of Sanctuary. The sky turns red. Blood begins to fall from the sky. New monsters begin to appear. Everything is more challenging. New events are going to start showing up, and importantly,
Necrofoot.
as you're killing creatures when you're within one of these Helltide areas, you're going to be getting what we call cinders. It's this new currency players are able to collect while they're specifically within these spaces. And this is
take a
great because
picture
you get
of
to
that.
take these cinders, and as you're wandering through the overworld, you might be running near other players. You might be helping them do events together. Everyone's getting their own cinders as they go. You'll be looking for these Helltide caches you can see here. And these are great. To your point about being able to target farm for certain kinds of items. So every one of the caches in the Helltide zone is actually tied to an item slot. And they all have different costs. So you're you'll be gathering cinders by playing within this space, trying to locate one of the caches that have the item type that you're looking for. Whether maybe you're looking for.
Oh,
looking for a
interesting.
ring. Maybe you're looking for a Shaco. So you're looking actually to go find a helmet cache and want to keep trying to go after the helmet cache and the rare, desperate hope you're getting back with the unique item that you're looking for, right? That's cool. We want to give you some of that opportunity to give you that
Targeted
opportunity to target
loot.
farm a little bit.
That's
but there's actually a little
cool.
bit of fun there too. So one of the things that's one of my personal favorite parts of the Helltide system is the idea that the players there's an extra set of stakes, right? When the player's running around with these cinders, they have the chance if they die, they lose about half of their cinders every time they fall. And they don't drop on the ground; they're gone. So you have to be very careful about when you're looking to overextend as part of the combat experience in order to farm more cinders, get to the cache that you're looking for, whatever that is. You are putting yourself at more risk the more you try to gather, and the greedier you get, the more likely it is that you're going to lose things.
That's right, and there's a time limit on Helltide too, right?
That's right. Helltide's only active the Force of Hell only arrive for about an hour during when they are actually active. And different areas of Sanctuary are picked for Helltide Zone each time it rotates and moves around. So you need to make good use of your power. And if you leave a Helltide Zone, those cinders are gone. You have to.
Yeah,
you
this
have to
camera
spend
guy's
it. So if you
tripping,
see that
bro.
The clock is ticking down. You're getting 5 or 4 or 3 minutes away from the end of the Helltide. You got to find yourself a cache to kind of deposit those things.
Yeah, absolutely. My experience, I first jumped into a Helltide event with...
You forgot to turn
23
off the
minutes left on
camera's
clock.
audio mic.
So I start by, I'm scouting out the different chests or caches to see, which is the one that has the slot that I'm looking for, what are the different costs, and then I'm doing some quick math. Okay, I'm gathering cinders at about this rate per minute, I have this many minutes left. Okay, I think I could afford the most expensive, the weapon slot, and I got to backtrack to that place in order to get there. And then I died. And I'm okay. Recalculating.
Yeah.
Okay, how much time do I have left now? And okay,
GPS,
so quickly. Yeah. And then I died again. And better luck next time. Another hour before the next one comes around. I'll have a better plan this time.
Now, granted, you can still get legendary items dropped for you. You can still get really good drops inside Helltide experiences while you're killing monsters. So it's not like if you lose those cinders, you've lost all opportunities for rewards. Yeah. But obviously, it does take a little wind out of your sails if you just happen to get jumped at the wrong time. Again, another great opportunity for there to be players nearby when they're trying to help out in those situations.
Yeah, one of the things I think is really cool about this is that these chests or caches, boxes with loot and awesome loot inside, right? Each time a Helltide appears, they're in different locations, right? So you have to go and find them, as Riker was saying. But for the duration of that Helltide, they're in fixed places. So, you know, when you go into the Helltide area, it's useful to scout out and see where the caches are for the item spots.
So if you're going in there with a group of 4,
and then you can,
it might be best to
mentally
spread
remember,
out
okay, here, I wanna
and
farm
set
around here,
markers
I'm going to come back here
on what
I'm
you're
gonna get
looking for.
this item or whatever. And one thing I want to call out here, you know, you saw one of the caches on the screen
Interesting.
earlier, you know, in some of our video that we captured for it. Now we did capture that with the UI off, so you can't see the icon above it, but there is an icon that says, in here there are boots.
That's correct,
So you will know before you open that cache what's in it.
Show me
And
the
I mean,
icon.
That's not all. I mean, there's other risks and dangers in
I
here in
wanna see it.
Helltide areas. You know, this is an opportunity for you to fight some different bosses. Again, like I mentioned before, there are different events and things that actually are going to be showing up. And of course, we can't really have such a wonderful experience as Helltide without our baby boy, the Butcher, showing up occasionally and causing serious mayhem and mischief, in the overworld of Sanctuary. So lots of really fun things happen.
The Butcher is going to be in Helltide events? Holy
And
shit.
it's also an opportunity to farm a special crafting material, right?
That's correct. There are craft materials like Fiend Rose and things that really are coming directly from Helltide encounters and those experiences. So you are looking to also get some of the materials you need for like really high tier like weapon and item
That's
upgrades
crazy.
Going through these places.
Oh shit.
So Helltide is what we're doing to farm crafting materials in order to target farm-specific drops. Another big activity that we're going to be doing,
That's
Nightmare
nuts.
Dungeons. You want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah. So yeah.
Go
Joe,
ahead,
you have anything you
Joe.
want to talk about for Nightmare
Yeah,
Dungeons
so,
first?
you know, Nightmare Dungeons are...
Come on, Shelly.
We're going to talk again. We're going to talk about
Oh, sigils,
basic
guys.
feedback At the end of the
I've never seen these.
show here.
Revives
near
allowed
the end of the
12?
show, but,
Revives allowed
Nightmare
4?
Dungeons are our key dungeon replayability system.
Oh, check that
for the
out.
later part of the game, right? And you're going to get sigils, and Joe's going to talk a little bit about the sigils.
Blood
but,
Blister,
we're
monster
really
attack
excited for
speed,
players to
monster
get to
vulnerability
check out
resist,
all of the cool ways that
unstoppable
the dungeons can
monsters.
really be
What? That's
transformed,
broken.
by
It can't
the
be
Nightmare Dungeons.
CC'd.
Yeah, so first up,
Oh,
Nightmare Dungeons,
shit.
very, very exciting system. Players haven't had a chance to play these in our betas yet, but as they get
Limited
into
deaths.
the endgame content, start going through World Tiers 3 and 4, you'll be
Wonder if there's a
you'll gain
timer.
access to some of your first sigils, which are primarily initially earned by completing Whispers of the Dead, one of our other overworld content features that players will be able to engage with. Now,
What is that?
sigils are really interesting in that
The hell
they
is that
are
following
tied
him?
to a level when you find them, which is going to affect the level of the monsters inside that space. They have various.
Oh, that's
afflictions.
one of the
We've talked a little
effects.
bit
Holy
about
shit.
streams in the past. These are going to modify the way that level rolls out. But Nightmare Sigils, when they are activated, after you collect
Fivehead,
one,
it's like the
it's gonna
effects in
basically
Mythic
open up a
Plus.
portal near an existing side dungeon. And in the pre-release version of Diablo 4 and additional seasons, we basically select a subset of all of the side dungeons of the game that can become Nightmare Dungeons for that period. So players become more familiar with a set number of these because they know that they can be populated with these Nightmare Dungeon experiences. So you might already know, whether it's Annex Claim or whatever it is, what the layout of a given dungeon might look like normally. But Nightmare Sigil is going to change that by introducing these new afflictions and then also these greater afflictions.
This rogue is
We
terrible.
showed earlier in the video like this. Right now, actually, we're looking at this hell portal, nightmare portal that can open up and basically spawn in all these monsters from other like monster families. It might not be native to that dungeon, which is pretty cool. And
Yo,
we
that
like
death
the idea
trap
that
fucking
players are gonna have to
radius
try
was
and deal with these
massive.
New different threats.
Why
than
was
they're
that so
typically used
big?
to as part of that encounter. And there's a number of these other like greater afflictions, like we showed the Stormbane's Wrath, that disc thing that was flowing around around you, and occasionally
Yeah.
it just pulses out this really big, stunning, damaging effect. So you have to be mindful of where it is. You should make sure you avoid it as part of the combat experience.
That's fire,
Definitely
dude.
adds a new wrinkle to gameplay as you're going through. And we add more of these afflictions as the player continues to level up and they get to go
I feel
deeper
you,
and
Leo.
deeper
I
into
agree,
the
dude.
Nightmare Sigil system, unlocking higher level sigils and dealing with like more and more dangerous threats.
Oh,
over the course of
Glyphs!
time.
Dude, we
And
got Glyphs!
this is a really great place. Not
Oh,
only
shit!
just to like earn experience and really push your build and make sure that you're
Check it out.
strong enough to tackle these sorts of challenges, but you'll also be able to. These are really great places to farm for like, sacred and ancestral items in particular. And these are the places that you're going to be upgrading.
And you
your
level 'em
Paragon
up.
Glyphs. We'll be talking more about the Paragon system right now. So, and
Oh,
this is an opportunity to show
shit.
the actual upgrade glyph screen. I just noticed, like, hey, look, it's actually up right now. What timing? So yeah, when the player reaches the end of a nightmare dungeon,
Look
they
at
get to
that.
basically go ahead
You
and take one
level
of the
them
lists
up
they've been collecting
individually.
over the course of their 50+ experience, and basically slot into here and choose to upgrade it and make that glyph even more powerful.
let's
These sockets will go on
go.
your Paragon board and end up being some of the single most powerful modifiers you can apply to your character, above legendary powers, and even in some cases, even above some unique powers. So it's really in your benefit, based on
Holy
your build,
shit.
to be choosing, looking for a certain
Austin
number of
Hale.
keys and upgrade them to exactly what you need them to do.
Love you, Rack, dude. Have a good one. Leveling
And
glyphs is
So the sigils
badass.
that we're getting, what I noticed is that if you get some afflictions that you don't particularly care about, we have the ability to salvage some in order to craft sigils of our own, right? I think it's a 4-to-1 ratio. Is that right?
Yeah, just about. So we'll
Wait,
be able to get a lot of these different sigils by going through Nightmare Dungeons, completing Whispers, and other through other content. If you're finding sigils that you don't really want or don't really want to run, because maybe we're gonna have like enemies inside
Why
of
would
do
you-
additional lightning damage, but you don't have a lot of lightning resist on your build. Maybe you want to go ahead and like salvage that back at the Occultist, take that down to its sigil dust, and use that to basically make new random sigils for you to go ahead and run.
What
with.
the
This
hell?
is ways for players to kind of like push themselves a little further. They'll unlock higher level sigils
I don't like
they can
that.
craft through the system over the course of time. And it's another way to kind of like reutilize some of the sigils you might not be as interested in running from time to time.
Interested or
One thing I
too
liked about the
difficult?
afflictions was it was
What?
making me make choices during the gameplay. Like two that I can speak to.
So if
Dave,
something's too hard,
the
I could just
Nightmare Gates that we were just
change it?
showcasing. Let's say I'm in the middle of fighting an elite
Interesting.
and I'm almost taking him down. I see that Nightmare portal opening and I'm like, okay, should I take care of that before it starts spawning more monsters, or do I finish this fight first? I'm forced to make a decision, and I got to live with the consequences. If I think, maybe I should take him down, and then no, the fight becomes more challenging, and nope, I should have taken care of that gate first. Another one is, I forget the name, but it's some kind of blood cyst that starts to grow, and then if you just don't touch it, it eventually explodes in a huge area.
Yeah.
And it's either, okay, destroy it before it does that, or get the heck away as fast as possible. Again, making choices, and it's like, okay, I think I thought I had
okay,
time to
that's
get
what he
away.
meant.
Then I got crowd control,
Gotcha.
and then boom, one shot. So I like how it changes the dungeon
Gotcha,
experience
okay.
depending on which of these afflictions that you get.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's death counts in some of these as well. As time goes on, you get into the deeper ones. Where you gotta be careful. You can't choose to just throw yourselves at these things. And if you're making mistakes, you have to really evaluate carefully.
They make
how
a
you
cream
address
for
it.
those.
That's true.
Scott, what's going
So,
on,
yeah,
baby?
You got a chance to play through some of those. Nightmare Dungeon is very exciting, and they'll go up beyond level 100 as well. Actually, this is a content type that you can actually fight up to creatures up to level 150. Actually, as part of the experience, based on how.
No, they didn't make the announcement
how
yet,
far you're
Nelson.
able to push yourself.
They're just talking about all the features in the
So
end
really
game
excited
right
about,
now.
like, how far
We got
players
some
can go with
brand new images and looks at a
Now,
lot
you're
of
talking about
stuff, and
Glyphs and the Paragon system. So let's talk more about those Paragon boards.
Oh, let's do it. Okay. Paragon boards. So we've
Paragon
talked a bit
board.
about Paragon in the past. We've shown pictures of the board just like this, and we've shown you things like, hey, look, like here's normal node. And this is a way that you're going to earn like
yeah, that
5
shit looks
willpower.
clean, bro.
But that's not all this board is about. There's a lot of other complexity and things to deal with in here. So there are basically 4 types of nodes to kind of like quickly reprise some of this information. The first, of course, is normal nodes. Then we have what you show here is magic nodes. These are different affixes that you can collect over the course of time. Usually they're like a little bit more difficult to find.
Refund
a direct, like, version of on
40,000
items.
gold?
So like something like this, for example, crackling energy damage. So that's a sorceress, so like a lightning spec sorceress ability or
Holy
passive effectively,
shit.
where she'll occasionally be crackling out damage to nearby targets. You can now boost that by finding this particular magic node, which kind of might eventually unlock other builds for you to kind of go and chase after.
Damn.
But then there are rare nodes, which is on the next slide. And here, okay, so there's some information here. Rare nodes have a pretty powerful effect right off the bat. But then on top of that, there's this bonus effect down below that you can
6
you can
million
sort of see.
gold, though?
Where on this one, it is, another 60%.
That shit
damage
will
to
add
wounds
up, though,
if
man.
you reach a certain amount of dexterity for your character. So the point here is that, like, rare nodes on their own, of which there's about 10 or more per board, rare nodes are already pretty powerful generically. But then on top of that, if you were able
6
to
million
hit these
allows
thresholds
150
for the stat
respecs.
requirements for these,
That's not
these
a
rare
lot.
nodes, that is going to make them very.
That's
very
all my
powerful
bread.
for you indeed.
That's
When you're
all my
looking at the
gold.
board, these are some of the most critical.
But I
things
wanna
to be
change
thinking
my
about when
board
you're plotting your
twice.
path through each board, which you,
I'm
of course, there are,
screwed.
a number of boards available for you at launch. And then when you'll be able to
Yo, this
rotate them,
cameraman
you'll have
is
to choose how you
breathing
want to
in my
progress
ear hole.
through rare nodes, whether you want to engage with the legendary nodes or not. This is a really important thing.
Yeah.
One other bit about this, just because it's easy for me to forget about, is that when you're going from Paragon board to Paragon board, like in the first board, this might be the cost. But then when you're looking at the second board that you're progressing through, those requirements are actually going to go up. So it's not in your interest to go like run from board to board, just unlock as many of these as you can directly through that way. You need to spend a little bit of time into the board and pick the ones that you really want, because the next board that you unlock to get more rare nodes of different types, those will be a little more expensive to
Interesting.
unlock those bonus effects.
The thing I think is really interesting.
Dude, this
about
guy's in my
these is when
ear.
I-
He's like,
the way that I
That
look at
Paragon
the
board
right?
looks
When I look
good.
at a Paragon board,
Dude,
the first thing I do
relax. It's not
is
that
go and look
serious.
at the nearest rare nodes to me, to my where I'm starting, right? and then I look at the requirements for those bonuses, and then I start looking at the normal nodes on the way. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm pretty close to the dexterity required here through my gear. Are there some dexterity nodes that I could hit on the way here that would take me over it? And how much do I care about that particular bonus? And then I'm comparing it to the other ones, and I'm thinking about that. So the
Boss
normal
with
nodes
harsh
actually
winds.
become sort of the path that you're trying to take to turn on these bonuses.
Absolutely, and that's not all. There's one more node type as well, and then we're going to get back to normal nodes in just a second. So then we have our legendary nodes. So every one of the boards for each of the classes has a legendary node somewhere on it.
Did he say
And these are
Lilith?
really, really
Heavy
powerful,
breathing.
Powers like you'd expect. They are a legendary power, effectively unique to the Paragon.
Let's
board
promote
system
diverse
for
builds,
that
but make it
class and for
real
that
expensive.
particular
Oh
board trying to
yeah,
convey its
baby.
overall build type.
You
So
son
these
of
are
a
really, really
bitch.
powerful things to go and collect, but they're actually not the most powerful thing. This is just an additional, extra powerful affix you can kind of apply to your character, but you kind of do this in concert with other things that you're looking for. Like I mentioned, the rare note.
Fivehead said, the cameraman is Bobby Kotick breathing, heavy aiming a gun, smile, and say it's good. Yeah, you love it, right? Yeah.
And the sockets are going to be sitting adjacent to a number of other regular nodes. Now, the way that glyphs work is that you're going to put them into one of these sockets, and they are going to be affecting nearby nodes.
Yo,
and also
glyphs are
fueled by
badass,
other nearby
dude.
nodes.
This system's
if
gonna
you
be
hit certain
really good,
thresholds
man.
inside, some of the
It's
glyphs, you're also
exciting.
gonna unlock
I'm
powerful bonuses
excited.
that are going to always
I'm
also
very, very
affect,
excited.
nearby nodes at the same time. And as I mentioned before, glyphs can be leveled up pretty high. They continue to grow the radius of the affected nodes as you level up through certain tiers. I mean, they can affect larger and larger areas. And the boards are not symmetrical in nature as you're progressing through.
Glyph
Because
that
the player
socket.
can rotate their board and choose which gate
Oh,
they
yeah,
actually want
baby.
to enter from. You have to like kind of choose from board to board where are the sockets on this board. Are they near the stats I really want for this glyph? Because this glyph is going to be fueled by dexterity nodes within range of the glyph effect, and it's going to do additional critical strike damage, or whatever it's going to do for me as a result. That's a really, really important choice to make, and because all of the boards have different configurations, different socket locations, and different things near those sockets, you have a lot of interesting decisions to make about where you actually want to invest your time.
Okay.
How does it matter? How does it feel to do this relative to the rare nodes you might need on that board from a different board instead? Fun decisions for players to make as they're going through. We want ultimately to feel like the Paragon board system allows for two incinerate, focus, burn type sorceresses to feel like they've got very different paths to the Paragon board, different decisions to make, even if all of their skill choices are identical.
Yeah, it's something that we've talked about a lot with Diablo.
Paragon
4,
board
the
looks
idea
awesome,
that
dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Even if you have, let's say Incinerate is a powerful sorcerer build and you want to play Incinerate, you're not going to necessarily be the same, have exactly the same loadout.
Yeah, you are.
as another Incinerate.
Let's be honest. Everyone's just gonna look it up on
One thing
Icy
I found
Veins.
really cool about the Paragon system
Let's
that
be
I didn't
honest.
realize at first is that every Paragon board is almost like a Paragon class, like a specialization class, where it's all built around a certain theme, fantasy, play style, and it all revolves around that central or
That is true.
off-central legendary node, and then the rares kind of support that same theme, and it extends to the blues. So like on a Necromancer, this board is like the pure summoner fantasy.
Thank
and
you,
this one
Tommel,
is
dude. You're the man.
The Blood Mage. And looking at it that way really made it very cool for me to be able to explore. Okay, I can merge these two together. I'm going to go bone and blood, and just further, explore and dive into that specialization.
Yeah. There's 220 Paragon points that players will be able to have by the time they finish leveling up their character at level 100. We want those
Geopia
choices to feel
Pura
like they've
kinda
got meaning
thick.
individually. Players can respect them for those choices if they want for gold cost. We want to be able to play with this system and be able to kind of
That boy
experiment with different
thick.
ideas as they go. But importantly, we want them to feel like that the choices they made for the 220 matter a great deal to their overall performance. Yeah. Yeah, super fun. I think. But.
What are we talking about next?
Well, I guess at this point
was
we can
good.
talk about some of the beta learnings. We had
Kinda fun,
we had a
right?
beta,
Well, I
the
think anyway.
community gave a lot of feedback, and you folks took in that feedback, digested it, and transformed it into actionable change in the game. You want to talk to some of the things that were changed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep saying we're going to
Big
talk
changes.
about that. Now is the time.
What did
So
they actually
let's start out
change?
with looking at some of the class changes that we did.
Oh.
So there's a lot of text on this screen. You've had an opportunity, if you've been following along, to check out our blog that documents a lot of the changes that we were able to make.
He's
as a
got that
result
druid
of,
build IRL.
feedback from players in the 2 beta weekends.
Ruthless.
And also, from
Ruthless.
data that we get. You know, we get a lot of data. How many times someone dies in. Are necromancers dying a lot in this dungeon, or is this boss killing barbarians a lot of times? And we can use that alongside player
Corpse
data to
explosion
identify
decreased,
areas
yeah.
where there might be a class deficiency, or areas where maybe something is exceptionally strong. Compared
Yeah,
to
I know what
other
you mean,
things that
Israel,
are,
dude. I
balanced
want to
in
know
the same-
exact
the same power.
details. Like, what does that mean?
So,
Upgrades.
In general, one of the things that we
The subterfuges
looked
build
at
bonuses
from,
increased. What does that even mean?
From those 2 beta weekends is feedback that the Barbarian and the Druid, the melee classes, felt weaker than the Necromancer, Rogue, and Sorcerer. And there are a lot of aspects to that. So there's some nuance in here, right? Like for the Barbarian, we felt...
Xeno,
we
what's going
identified
on,
that,
dude?
The Barbarian, at low levels in particular, needed more damage reduction sort of built in.
What is up, dude?
And so we added this passive damage reduction. So you're just going to take 10% less damage.
Heard he's
just
an
flat,
animal
no
in
matter what
bed.
choices you're making as a barbarian, and that's to account for some of the ways the barbarian has to get up close and personal with their sort of weapon heavy
That's crazy.
spec. We also identified elements of the druid that you could really benefit from some buffs. In fact, I think
Benefit?
Riker, you got to play the druid a little bit.
Oh,
I
Riker's
did,
gonna
yeah.
shit
So
on this
honestly, when I
class.
first saw the patch notes, I was like, oh, I was hoping the druid would have gotten a bit more love with regards to
Companions.
spirit generation. But then I played an endgame build of, it was a perma werewolf storm druid. So
Wait,
I'm a
what?
werewolf who's casting.
He said after he
storm
played the
spells.
open beta, he
And
then played an endgame
the
build.
play style was so tight, it flowed so well. It just all gelled together once you got the full kit, the full build together. And I went into this week with a certain class favoritism. Where I had Rogue, I had Necromancer, Sorceress, Barbarian, and then Druid in dead last. I'm completely confused now. I think Druid might be my favorite now.
Yeah, it's another thing that we did.
Full game
take a
media
look at
build?
the classes again. Another thing that we did in terms of the
I
melee
want full game
classes,
media build.
is we took a look at bosses and monsters, in particular.
Oh,
their attacks
Wild and Cali,
that,
gotcha.
deal
Okay,
damage
okay.
in an area where it feels like there wasn't a way for the melee class to deal damage
Nice!
effectively while also avoiding incoming damage, right? Because a lot of times you'll have the opportunity for a ranged class. Range class is sometimes choosing between getting a better position and doing more damage, damage per second, and a melee class is sometimes choosing between taking damage, because even with the case of a projectile, the projectile is originating in many cases from the monster.
Actual
and
monster,
traveling.
yeah.
So, you have less time to react in some
Well,
cases.
no time to
And
react.
so we took a look at
When you're fucking melee.
boss abilities.
Just get
and
obliterated.
bosses that our data showed were much more deadly to melee classes, and we adjusted some of those abilities.
Yeah,
Now,
Xeno,
this
you
also
saw
affects
that?
the
That was
Necromancer
sick.
class, because you might notice that we had a note here
Minions.
that states that summon minions will die more often. Now, we want the corpses to have sort of an economy. We want to have the
I agree.
sense that corpses are useful. You're using them to bring in more skeletons.
What's
And
your
the
favorite class?
Necromancer,
Rogue.
Pets, as a theme of this sort of bone
Or barb.
class, they are
Very
a little
close.
bit more disposable, right? Like if a skeleton dies, you just pop out another one from.
Yo, this
from a nearby
cameraman is
corpse.
driving me nuts.
So we want
He's in
them
my
to
ear.
be, dying
like,
and getting resummoned. And we want
right
to
in
make
my
sure that there are
freaking
plenty of
ear,
corpses,
man.
so you're not going into a boss and running out of.
God.
Like, oh, I don't have any pets, and I'm a pet builder. We certainly want to make sure that you have pets available, but we want them to be kind of coming back from time to time. So we increase the
Freaking
damage that
camera
they take
guy.
a bit, but we also, I was talking about areas where bosses are doing too much damage to melee. We also took a look at cases where there were abilities that felt unfair for pets, where there was just like a huge damage in a huge area, and maybe it's no problem for a player to get out of it, but trying
It's definitely
to
not me.
micromanage
I
your
have
pets to
your
get out of
guys'
it.
volume
skeletons
down
running around.
lower than my
Yeah,
volume.
that's not
Your guys is at a
fun gameplay
negative
that we're trying
10.
to
Mine's at
capture
100%.
specifically
So
with
everything in
the
my ear is
so we
really loud.
modified the damage
On
that
your
those
end,
kinds of,
I'm louder than the actual
powers
volume you guys are
do
hearing from the
to
stream.
pets. Both Necromancer and Druid pets, in fact.
Yeah, we do want to make sure
I've
that
covered a lot of
managing
this already.
minions to
Yeah,
some degree is part of the master.
everything so
planning
far I've
mechanism, and that,
seen,
like, you know, when
I
spells
already
go down,
knew.
you need to accommodate that, make sure that you have
I'm
corpses
just-
you've been generating or keeping on. hold
we've
for
just
these
been
situations.
getting
we
new
feel that is
pictures and
definitely part of the
images, which is
fantasy of
cool,
the
I
Necromancer
guess.
class is needing to resummon, to your point, these kind of disposable.
I'm waiting for the
soldiers
real
who are out there
meat
supposed
to
be helping
come.
you. So we want to make sure that continues to hold true, but not to a point where like an armored necro can't go fight bosses. That's obviously not what we're
Yeah,
trying to
exactly,
do with any of
Heather.
these changes, of
Exactly.
course.
Besides the
We
glyphs
just
and
wanna make sure
sigils
that
pick, I agree.
The Necromancer does get a chance to engage with those parts of the mechanics.
They're gonna hit us with
Now,
something.
another-
And
oh,
I did get to play the Summoner Necro, and I was
Thanks.
summoning my minions regularly, so it was something that was a continuous part of the
Dude.
gameplay. But I never found
I
myself in a
want the
position
meat.
where, I'm out
Give
of
me the
minions,
meat.
I'm out of
I
corpses.
want the juice,
So
dude. Give me the
corpse generation rate
squeeze.
it felt good. I'll admit that passive minions is not
I have
my
a few
favorite
nice
playstyle.
details.
I
I
love
agree.
the
We have
ability
some
to
new
direct them,
things, a
but
couple,
for
mostly
what
about the
you
glyphs.
intended to
Gotta hit
accomplish,
that
I
like
thought you
button.
did.
Yo, guys, don't forget
Yeah,
if you guys
so,
are in the
you know,
stream
one of
right
the
now, we
other
got
areas of
230
feedback,
people
we
in
have a
here.
note here
Click that like
says,
button, dude. Helps out so
that
much. He
might
lets
be a little
YouTube
bit
know that you guys
confusing. It says
enjoy
we
the
reviewed
content
class skills to
and
confirm that,
enjoy the
there were
stuff.
good
So it
options
pushes
to
us
get
out more.
of
So if you
control
guys
and
want, please hit
effects.
that like
In
button. Let's
many
get to
cases,
100
Minion
likes.
is
That'd be
unstoppable,
absolutely
which is
amazing.
an effect in Diablo 4 that clears all control impairing effects, crowd control effects, and makes you immune to that.
Get to chill with the D4 homies? Yeah, for real. That's
So
always fun.
The classes are designed so that every class is intended to have access to a good,
Cameraman breathing
set
soundbite
of
for vids is
options
new.
to clear crowd control, so that there is an interaction.
Stop it. Thanks so much,
between,
brother.
Monsters are doing crowd control, and I have options to remove it, but I need to think about.
Yeah, that
those
was
options.
important. Some
We
classes
saw
just,
feedback during the beta
if you're CC'd,
that
you're
at
just
early
getting trained,
levels,
dude.
Some classes felt like they didn't have enough options there. Riker, in your play at the higher levels, did you feel like that was still an issue?
I don't remember it being an issue at the high levels of play, no. Going back to my favorites, Barbarian now is my second favorite after being my
Druid.
fourth. Again, yeah, the melee play
Druid has
style,
a lot
I
of
felt
unstoppable,
gelled
though.
really well with a high level Barbarian. It all came together. I didn't
Rather
feel
than
I was being
bulwark and
punished
stuff?
for being in melee. I didn't feel constantly crowd controlled or an inability to gap close.
Barbarian's
You know,
cool,
he had
man.
his, the spears to bring
Like
enemies
bleed
to me,
barb. That shit is
the lunging
dope.
attack to close the gaps, and a good toolkit to deal with everything.
So the last thing I want to note on classes, of course, is that there are a few other changes beyond what you're
Canadian
seeing
also,
here.
that's why he
I think,
loves Druid.
You know, some people called out Hydra
He's really
changes.
trying to hype up
You know,
Druid, yo, for real.
We made a lot of.
He's getting
small
paid for
changes
sure to hype up that class,
to
dude.
classes. There are also some cases like.
Hey, Riker, do me a
legendary
favor. Back
powers.
up everything we
updated
say.
legendary
We'll
power
give you the
effectiveness,
full
which is sort
game
of vague,
access. Just come on
but
stream.
It's really just that.
Let
there
him
are a
know
bunch
that
of,
Druid feels
small
good late
details
game.
and, you know, we're sort of tweaking them.
No one was gonna
The other
doubt
thing I
that.
want to talk about is
Doubting the
dungeons,
leveling, man.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
What does
So
it
we
say
got
for
a lot of
Druid behind
feedback
your
from
camera?
players that there was a lot of running back in dungeons.
Backtracking, yeah.
And there were
Okay, so
there
they're
were
gonna go
really
through all
two
the patch
ways
notes,
that
I
we wanted
guess?
to tackle this. First off, of course, if we have a situation where you're running back,
I'm gonna mute this for a second,
we have
guys. I just want to say something. He's not talking about anything too important. I just feel like so far, they're kind of just going through patch notes and talking about features we've kind of already talked about. You want me to be honest? Now, I'm not upset at all. I think everything's gonna be fine. I think they're gonna get into the juice. I think everyone just needs to chill. But I do think that they're just talking about things we've already known and discussed in a deeper detail, I guess. I don't know.
First time,
so
I love it so
evocative,
much.
but I did not make it. But I think this is a great example. So this is one of the dungeons
Canadian and I hate
that
Druids.
players
Yikes.
called out in beta.
Hype
or
bait.
Frostimized,
Yo,
right?
for
As
real,
one
Logic,
that
what's
had
going
a lot
on
of
here, dude?
runback.
It's the Endgame video all over again. Dude,
one
I
of the
want
reasons
some
that you can
juice.
see here that it has so much runback is that the
Give us a chance to
objectives are
explore it
laid out in a
ourselves at
way
launch.
That you have to run down a long, narrow hallway to get to one, and then you have to run back. It's a dead
We'll
end,
see.
and then you have to run back down.
I want to
that
stay
narrow hallway.
positive here.
So we
Let's stay
changed the
positive.
layout of Hoarfrost Demise like this.
Right.
So you can see that the objectives, which are those diamond icons there on your screen, are along the main path of the dungeon. And remember now, in this case, the player has explored all of the dungeon and you can see all of the map.
Yeah.
But when you're playing through the dungeon, you don't have.
I agree,
the map
Eternal.
is fogged. You haven't explored it yet. But it's set
Smiley
up in
face.
such a way that as you're exploring,
Heather,
through the
you would
dungeon,
love that.
you're going
That's such a Heather thing to
naturally
like.
encounter those objectives along your way, and so you're not going.
That's what
down
has to be
and
endgame beta, right? They gotta
in
test
our
it.
objective view, this was going to lead to smiles.
I hope.
Yeah. This
Yes.
is a good. This
That
is
would be
good.
sick,
But no,
dude.
it's important. Like we
How much for
wanna
the
make sure that,
resets go?
As you're progressing
Yeah.
in space, you are naturally coming across these objectives in a simpler way, as opposed to you need to like kind of like wander and kind of like backtrack a lot more as part of that.
Yeah, and in fact, we
Sad.
identified a number of dungeons that got this feedback in beta, and we also.
I mean, I didn't even think it was that bad. I don't know about you guys. Like,
we also want to make.
I
sure
like
that
when I
minor
go inside of a dungeon. I like it
this
feeling like a
address design and
ginormous thing.
well,
Like,
this is
I
even
like
playability
that.
system, as we
Like,
were
give me
talking
enough
about earlier.
rewards and events
This is
inside
another
the dungeon to make it
example,
feel good, but like,
Paragon Barracks.
I like it being a big
it's
deal
another
and like a
dungeon that, we saw a lot
you know what I mean?
of,
Like, I
feedback and
enjoy that.
screenshots
I
from
want to get
data,
lost in there. Like, I want
where
it to
you can
feel
see
like a
that the
fucking dungeon. I don't want it to feel like a
objectives
straight
are
line.
set up such that clearly you're going
Like a straight line, just like, all
all
right.
the way back through that long hallway.
I don't
You're
know,
gonna
I-
spiral around. You have to go.
I
out.
like
You have to explore
roaming
out from
around,
those
getting
spirals,
lost,
and
backtracking,
you can
exploring
end up,
every room.
Getting confused
I don't know.
and
That's me
running-
though. I
running
don't know.
back. Because the other thing that happens here is
Some
that
people are so time
if
efficient.
you've,
They just don't want to waste time
run
on
to an
anything.
objective, and the next thing that you have is back along.
Made it
a
feel
path
so good
that
when you
know
somehow
about
chose the right
already.
direction first time.
Then why wouldn't you
Yeah,
just
Nelson,
run
you know what
back
I'm saying.
along that path that's empty
Not
of
on
monsters?
repeat in
That's-
another
it's
zone.
not
Maybe
fun.
you're right.
It's more
don't
fun
know,
to kill
I like
monsters, but it's more
exploring.
efficient than exploring some way.
Some dungeons were
unknown that
bad.
Might or
Maybe
might
I didn't
not
get to
lead
see.
back to it, right? So that's a key part.
I
of
agree,
these layout
Mustafa.
changes as well. And if you take a look at the next,
I agree,
shot
Mick
here,
Rightface,
you can see how
100%.
we rearranged the objectives in Paragon to ameliorate this.
Yeah.
I agree.
Now, these aren't the only changes.
Like, I don't
either.
want to just
there's
go
other things
inside
we
of a
did actually
dungeon,
just
just
straight up
run it as
regular
fast as I
objectives.
can, and
So there's things like
There's the
some
meta,
dungeons
you know,
where
like,
the
I
players
don't
are asked to kill all the monsters
want to
inside the
do
dungeon
that.
space.
I want to
And in
explore,
those
dude.
situations, we've made it so like
I
once
wanna
the
get
players reach a
lost.
certain threshold,
Oh, they got
monsters
the
get
aperture
killed,
light.
rather than saying like
Right
there are
here, that's the
essentially
light
as
with
many
the,
as 50
honeycomb
zombies in this
reflector.
case. After the player has killed 49 zombies, they might still be normally looking around in the last corner where a zombie got like is kind of like hiding in a closet someplace, right? In this situation, instead, once you reach a certain threshold of zombies that you've killed, now they actually
Yeah,
begin
100%
chasing you
Nelson.
down.
That's all they wanna
start
do.
looking for you in that situation.
That's all it's about
such that
nowadays.
You don't need to go crawl through the entire space and explore every
A labyrinth,
inch of
not a
unexplored
dungeon. That's a
area in the
valid
dungeon
opinion,
just to
honestly.
find the zombies. Some of them are going to come after you in those situations, which
Maybe
is a great
even
change.
some
to make it a little bit
dungeons.
easier to
I
engage
don't
with
know.
those things. And then there's another one. Like we have features or dungeon objectives where the player is asked to go and collect like Anima, which are just these objects that like these motes of energy that drop on the ground when you kill certain kinds of monsters. Sometimes you need to go and gather a whole bunch of these things and then bring them back to another area to deposit them. Sometimes it opens a door, might summon a boss, all kinds of things that we do with this. But in these situations now, when players are collecting this Anima when they're running around the dungeon trying to find all these
Sometimes
creatures
they
and do
miss
these
one,
things,
right?
You're going to also gain various buffs by picking these up. You're going to gain some resource back for your
It
class.
sucked when you would
can get
miss
some other
one and
things.
you have to
It's
go
actually really
fucking
great.
a
When
mile
you actually
back.
deposit these things, you're going to get
But I mean,
a
that-
potion.
I don't know.
There's lots of things we're trying to do to make sure that those experiences like help speed you up and feel great.
Took like
to,
10-minute
to
max.
engage
Come on,
with,
guys.
while
How
you're
fast do you
also going
want
through
it?
a lot of the layout
It's like a
changes
5
we
minute
were
with
just talking
backtracking. You really still want it faster?
So, I'm glad you pointed out.
I'd say even less. It was
kill
more
all
like
monsters.
2 minutes.
Because players rightly
Anima?
identified a couple of key problems. Like,
Yeah,
first
like
off, with
World
kill
of
all
Warcraft?
monsters, of course.
I
if
think on the
you're
last
having to go
peon
and
was
hunt
annoying.
down
Yeah, that was
monsters,
annoying.
that's
That was a
effectively
pain in the
backtracking,
ass.
right?
That
You're
happened to
running
me a
through
couple
an empty
times.
space. And the other aspect of it is that the sort of the intensity curve of like the excitement in the dungeon is going down. Like you're backtracking through a bunch of empty space, and then when you get there, it's not going to be an exciting moment.
I know what you
There's
mean,
gonna be
Fivehead.
four monsters hiding. in
I
the
know what you
corner,
mean.
Yeah.
And
Fivehead
you
is
kill
the
them, and it's
goat
gonna
when it
feel
comes to
sort of like, well,
RPGs, bro.
I guess that was a requirement
It's
that I had to
it's
check
one
off.
spider.
Right?
Yeah, it's almost similar to like.
Yeah, that was a
Enemy
pain in the
Evil,
ass. I'm not gonna
Diablo
lie, the whole,
Shield
like,
and so forth, but
one
now
little
them being
spider
able to seek you
mob
out and
at
means
the
less backtracking,
end of
less
the
hunting
dungeon you have to go
for that
back
one
and
fall
kill.
in
That was a
the
pain in the
Well,
ass.
yeah,
That's a good
the other
change.
thing I like about it is that it increases the
That happened to me a
intensity
couple times.
at the end of the dungeon, right? Because you have the monsters.
Bone Prison isn't
You're
good in
still
PvP.
clearing the last monster, and then
You
the
can
monsters
break
trying
it
to
and you
attack
can jump out of it.
But what was your experience with these changes?
Yeah, so
I
this was
want more
probably
stuff
my
in
number
dungeons.
one complaint about the beta was the backtracking. Was I'd often in a dungeon at some point reach a point where I'm like, okay, I have to run back or I have to go look for a monster. And with these changes, I don't think I ever had one of those moments, or at least I'm not going to say there was zero backtracking, but there wasn't enough.
What's up,
that
Marshall, dude? What's going on?
It would have come up as an issue that I would have complained about. I know some
Don't
people
apologize, man.
say,
We're
"Oh,
chilling."
suck it up." Backtracking has always been part of Diablo. It's part of the game. But like the changes made hasn't made the experience linear. It's not like, oh, now we just have one quarter to go down. As you were saying, like now if you do go on a side path, there could be things to run into. But just overall, everything from an experience standpoint just flows a lot better.
I know with beta learnings and everything that we took in from the community, and we
It was a
posted on the blog,
backtracking simulator.
We actually had,
Yeah, what
a
about
big
Champions
question
in
in
Arth,
regards to
dude?
Dungeons and
You ever played Champions in Arth, Fivehead?
Resetting dungeons.
Champions Return
and
to
how that
Arms,
actually
or,
works. And I do want to take
what's
some
the other
time
one?
For you guys to be able
Baldur's
to
Gate?
clarify a little bit, because there's tons of questions, and then we tried to clarify, and I think we made it worse. So we're gonna
Let's re-clarify the clarification.
Exactly.
Yes.
You
so
think
the
so,
reset
Tommy?
dungeon
I don't,
button,
or
right?
Tommel? I don't think the hype is over.
So we added this button earlier in development when there wasn't an easy way for dungeons to reset naturally. And
Tommel, dude.
in fact, the way we added
The
it
hype is
led
done.
to some undesirable secondary effects because it was instant. It didn't
Dude, I
care
want
if
my
you were
stream
inside the
background to look
dungeon.
like that.
It doesn't care
How
if the
badass
dungeon
is that?
Partially completed.
The guy laughing
It's
behind
so
the
hard for a
camera and
character,
scratching.
and if you're in
Dude, I know.
danger,
He's like,
you can just press it and press
Get
the-
out.
and his
press the
nose is
button.
breathing into the camera.
And
it's so loud for me. Did Video Original
since
Sin 2?
we-
Yes,
since we
I did.
initially added this
Love that game.
button,
I love
the
turn-based games,
amount
dude.
of
I love strategy
time
games like that.
for dungeons to reset organically,
RPGs. Get me
we've
lost
been
in a
working with
world.
our
Oh my
online
god,
team,
sign me
and
up.
We've been making changes to.
Need more tabs.
you know,
Annoying to sell every
over the
dungeon.
course of
Yeah, it's a pain in
development,
the ass.
How Town Portal works, how dungeon.
Pain in the
reset
ass, I'm not
work.
gonna lie, but
and so the way
it's
that it
honestly
works
not too
today,
bad. You just teleport
If you are outside the dungeon,
right next to the guy,
and
sell, teleport
if
back. It's
everyone
not
from
that
your
bad.
party is outside the dungeon, so if you're alone,
Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, I need one of
and
the.
there
I
are no
need to
town
get into
portals
Baldur's Gate 3.
open in the dungeon, then the dungeon will naturally reset over a period of about 60 seconds, about 30 seconds of matchmaking. And
You have a
60
3D
seconds of
printer? Oh,
or if
shit.
it's partially completed,
Yo,
like maybe you got
Fivehead.
halfway through and you're like, you know what, I have to
That's
do something else. I need to
badass.
go, kill a world boss, or I want to do something else.
Dude, I would
now.
totally pay for that.
Then it'll take a little bit longer to reset. It takes about 150 seconds.
That'd be
But it'll still
awesome.
reset naturally pretty quickly. And the other case here is that you've got maybe you're doing the dungeon and there's some particular objective in the dungeon or side quest in the dungeon, and someone, one of your friends joins and they want to do that side quest too, right? But maybe you've already completed it in this dungeon. So you can also hop out of the dungeon, which you can use through the Leave Dungeon button right in the UI as well. It does have a short cast time, so
Not as quick, yeah.
but it's quite it's right through the UI. You can do it from anywhere.
Yo,
And
what?
invite
That's
the other person to the
badass,
party,
Fivehead.
to your friend to the party, make them
Yo.
get a fresh dungeon.
I would totally pay
So
you for
hopefully
something like that.
clarifies. You can
Oh
still
my god,
reset-
I need some stuff to
like,
put on
resetting dungeons.
this
is still
setup
a
here.
thing,
I would pay
in
you
D4.
serious
It's
bread
just
for that.
we removed the
Guys ever played
buttons.
Divine Divinity? No, I never played
You
it.
just have to wait a little bit longer for the dungeons themselves to reset. And I did want to go over two two specific changes that we also obtained through beta that we didn't actually record on the blog. One you actually tweeted about, which was about ultra wide screens
Yes.
and being able to control cast distance.
Give me
and
the
so
juice,
forth,
man.
with specific abilities.
Come
and
on.
whatnot. So people who are using ultra wide or
guys are
mega
killing me.
ultra wide screens wouldn't be able to essentially
Bearform has a
pass to
charge?
the
Yeah,
furthest
trample. What
corner
about
of their screen and be able to use
Wolf has
abilities
fear.
in that type of way.
By the way, that wolf leap is
and then one other
freaking
thing
good.
that we did notice during beta, which was world boss encounters and how players would actually complete a world
Cheese
boss
it,
encounter
and then go to another one.
go back to town, and
Yeah.
then find another way of being able to
Yeah,
in that same
shit is
window,
whack. I don't want
go
that.
through another world boss encounter to obtain multiple opportunities of,
Definitely don't
of
want
grabbing
that.
loot, which is something that we also did address through the beta learnings that we received from
Come
players.
on,
So,
guys.
It's true.
Give me
Now,
something here.
I'll
The
point
fans
out
are going to be
that,
fucking pissed.
The first time you kill a world boss in a week, you are going to get more loot than you'll get on subsequent.
They're
times.
going to
So there's
announce the open beta
additional
weekend.
Like
They'll
there's
announce it.
less incentive to try to find
Another
a way
open
to,
beta
kill
weekend.
the same world boss 10 times, but you certainly will get some rewards from
Yeah.
it.
Dude, I hope, dude,
So it's
Fivehead,
not the
we need
exact
we need it,
rewards
dude.
or a clone of the rewards that you got from the first kill themselves.
Give us a little sprinkle of
Great.
juice.
I know we ended up learning a ton from the community.
We're an hour
regards to
in.
the beta. Obviously, you guys got to hear a little bit about the Endgame.
They're going to
systems
announce
within
they're going to
Diablo 4.
pie Riker.
We do
Pie in the
have
face.
A cool.
Wait,
What's
Is it time for a surprise?
Is it time for a surprise?
Guys,
It is time
sharpen
for a
up.
Surprise.
Oh.
here we go.
Wait,
if,
what?
If you've been hiding on the internet and have not seen Rod Ferguson make very
Five-Head was right.
tweets about this,
This is the and more.
this is the and more of the
Here we go.
broadcast. I would
Paladin
say.
class.
So happy to announce that we've been hearing a lot of feedback from players about wanting to experience more Diablo 4 and
Yes.
check it out. Before
Give it to me.
the game's release in June.
Give it to me.
So on May 12th through May 14th,
Let's go!
we are going to be hosting a server slam
What's that?
event where all players within Diablo 4 or who want to play Diablo 4 can jump in and actually check out the game again.
Do what?
This is a really
Let's
important
go!
weekend for the team and the dev team here.
May
because
12th.
We need as many people to really log in, check out Diablo 4 and
Let's
play through the
go!
game. Because we need to test out our servers some more before we actually launch.
So,
Joe, I know you.
what are we testing?
You have a lot of
The server slam, baby.
want and need and
Let's
emphasis
go!
towards this specific weekend. So, be curious to hear.
Yeah, so first
Let's
off,
go,
you
baby!
All of the changes that we just talked about in this live stream will be in place on the server slam.
That's good.
Huge news right there. Where if you want to check out any of the changes that we made from beta, you will be able to actually check them out that weekend on May 12th or May 14th.
That's right. And the other thing I want to point out is that we recently announced that we've gone gold. That Diablo 4 has gone gold.
And,
And
there's a paladin
that means
class.
That, and that's we got all of those changes from the betas in. We did tons of.
Five-Head was
server-
right.
We learned a ton of stuff in terms of our servers, in terms of server configuration.
We're going gold, so we're
making
also
sure that
announcing
we
a
fixed some
paladin
bugs.
class.
We deployed hotfixes during those 2 weekends.
So it just level 25 again?
So we were able to really improve our confidence for launch through that, and that's why we're so confident in announcing that we've gone gold. Now the purpose of this weekend is to slam those servers, right?
Slam
Really
'em.
Make sure that everything is exactly.
I'm gonna
perfect for
slam
launch,
'em.
because that's really what's important to us, right? We want players to have a good experience.
I'm gonna slam
on
'em.
day one when the game launches.
We're slamming.
So come slam our servers. Now,
That is
of
so
course,
suspect.
This is very helpful for us.
That is
because,
so suspect to say,
it's
dude.
helpful if you want to play on day one. Of course.
It's helpful for
helpful
the
to
Diablo
everyone.
4 community
Yo.
But-
to come help us slam our servers, but
That's not.
I'm
all
gonna
you're-
slam
That's
that.
not the only reason to do it. When you participate in the Diablo 4
Yo.
Server Slam, you're going to have another chance.
Here we go.
To earn the rewards from the first 2 beta weekends. So if you
Cry
didn't
of
get
a
chance to
Shava
play,
mount trophy?
Because maybe you were traveling.
Oh, that's
or
new.
For any other
Cry of a
reason,
Shava mount
You
trophy.
have another chance to get your Beta Wolf pack cosmetic and the 2 titles.
Starting at 9
and
a.m.
in
Pacific
addition to that,
Standard.
We've
Okay.
for
a
this Server Slam
Shava.
weekend, we've set the level cap to level 20.
Ah,
We've adjusted the legendary drop rates to be consistent with what you'll see on live,
only level 20.
rather than the inflated drop rates that we had in the first 2 beta weekends.
Okay, so we're getting drop rates from
which were there
live.
to
That's
make sure
cool.
that we got plenty of testing on our legendary powers, and on top of that,
Only level 20.
you're going to have
Damn.
48 hours to slam these servers. Right?
Slam 'em.
Now during this time, a Shava is going to spawn starting
Paladin
about
ain't
24
ever
hours
coming,
after the
guys.
servers go up, and then every 3 hours after that. So you can have, I think it's 9
So-
opportunities to fight a Shava.
Okay, so
Now, if you get to level 20 and you kill a Shava while you are level 20, so max level in this test, in this period of time,
what level is it though?
20.
It's 20. So you got to be level 20.
said it
Yeah,
20 times.
Don't show up in the Shava at level 5 and think you're going to get this.
Yeah, expect you'll get the reward.
But what you're going to get is this
Server
Cry of the
Slam.
Shava mount trophy. Which
Oh,
is,
shit!
exclusive to this Server Slam weekend. You can see it here on your screens.
Yeah, the trophy there and
That is badass!
Very nice. Oh wow, that's bigger than I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be. That's awesome.
We basically
Oh my God.
cut a horn, part of a Shava's horn
Yeah.
off, and
Oh, that's sick as
made it, added some gilding and some nice metal.
Yo,
work
that
there.
is a must
And of
get,
course,
dude. What?
Mount trophies in Diablo are cosmetic customizations that you can add to your mount along with.
That's a
mount armor.
server slammer.
So this is a trophy that you can mount. It mounts, some trophies mount on the saddle. I don't know why I'm pointing to my shoulder. This is where the shadows go, apparently.
Yeah.
Or they can mount on the side, on the horse's flank, like you see.
It's
here
on its
with
ass.
this trophy.
Yeah, so
That's pretty cool,
again,
I'm not gonna
like,
lie.
All rewards
That's pretty
from
cool.
the original first 2 weekends of the beta, including the 2 titles and the beta wolf pack, will be available.
That's cool.
As well as the Cry of Ashaba
Okay.
mount trophy. And for the mount trophy, you have to be level 20 and kill Ashaba. All classes will be available. And you'll be able to explore Fractured Peaks again from the 2 beta weekends that we had beforehand. And of course, Ashaba will be spawning much more often in this.
They also announced, guys, that this is pretty much like what we're going to experience June 1st. Like, this is the game that we're going to experience.
And make sure that we have a smooth launch for Diablo 4 come June. So, huge news for all of this. And we will have a blog that will be going either live right now or live immediately after the broadcast for players to actually read about all this information. And that will be available on Diablo4.com. So
interesting
make sure
blank spot on the bottom left
for all of this. And we will have a blog
where?
that will be going
Wait, where?
for players.
Where?
And
Someone show me where.
Mount
available.
Wait, where?
Awards will have a blast for players to. So, huge news for all of this. And we will have a blog that will be going either live right now.
Underneath the druid, it just says play up to level 20.
Done some massive work on some of the PC optimization from the first 2 beta weekends.
Did I miss something?
DLSS3 for NVIDIA cards will also be available.
Israel, they just announced
people to
another
try
weekend,
out
dude.
in,
May
the
12th to
Server Slam
14th.
weekends. Or a Server Slam weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's only one. I don't want to like set expectations or anything. But there's more graphic options and optimizations.
It was
and so
under the
forth for
druid?
PC players to check out. Jump in and
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. It just says play up to level 20 right here. You guys psyching me out, dude.
people to try out in the Server Slam weekends. Or a Server Slam weekend or anything. But there's
Sky
more
is
graphic
server
options
slammed.
and optimizations and so forth for PC players to check out.
There's also
yeah,
a Super Smash
looking forward
Brothers
to
game mode.
Everyone really hitting the servers and really helping out with the game. We do want to jump into Q&A because we always end with Q&A. Riker
Do I get
actually
to talk?
has a bunch of questions that he was asking his own community that we will most definitely. One question that we have been seeing that has come up within the community beforehand, and we'll start off with this one, which is how long will it take us to get through the battle pass?
already
It's a
know
question that
this.
a lot of people in the community have been talking about
80
over the last
hours,
week and a half.
man.
And I know that we wanted to talk about it a little bit more here.
Yeah, I think that there's so I've talked a little bit about this in the past, but I think one thing I really want to emphasize is that when we think about the battle pass for the for Diablo 4 after the game ships, we're looking at our seasonal.
Can you lower your volume some?
Players.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that the players who are going through the battle pass.
I'll just hire them. Maybe that would be better.
The battle pass. They're in all likelihood to finish everything in the
I
battle
help them
pass
by
before
4.
they finish all of the content within a season to season.
I'll lower me as well.
You know, so there's a
by
ton of things to look
1.
forward to. We want to make sure that the battle pass as a result
There you go.
is balanced in such a way that players of all types and all play styles are going to be able to get a chance to actually complete this this battle pass over the course of time. Our goal is if you want to start to engage with this, want to make sure that you are compelled to go through all of it as you're playing and just having a good time getting all of these rewards. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Riker, I know you have questions. I want to make sure that you get some questions in and so forth. And I guess we'll just go back and forth for this. It'll make it easier for these two guys.
I mean, for you guys, we'll just be doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep doing that.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, so first off, something that you were, I think, touching upon earlier, and correct me if I misunderstood, but I think on the topic of Nightmare Dungeons, it sounds like every season there's going to be a rotation of 30 dungeons that can be turned into the Nightmare Dungeons. Is that right?
So we want to make sure that we've got a subset of the dungeons we have in the overall game. There's over 115 or so side dungeons available in the baseline Diablo 4 experience. We want to take a subset of those each season. Exact number we're working on. We're going to think about that and think about it. But a number of those we rotate every season to make sure that we are highlighting different kinds of objectives, different sorts of layouts, different monster families, just different experiences. And we also don't want players to feel that they're going to have this where they have to be thinking about all 115 different dungeons every season, every time. With regard to this system,
How long till you get a better
so that is the
camera
idea, is
guy?
We do want to rotate through these from season to season while we're looking to introduce.
Quick
other
question:
ideas.
Who's that asshole behind the camera?
I got a question here.
Thank you, Coop.
From,
Love you, buddy.
I'm not going to butcher Twitch names, guys. I do this every stream.
From a Twitch user.
From a Twitch user in chat. Do you have any plans to keep interest for people who don't plan to play in seasons?
Damn, that's a
So
good ass
we are
question.
going to be making on a regular basis part of our live updates. We're not quite ready to talk about like all of our seasonal plans and all of our post-launch plans yet, but I will say this: that we're going to be having a lot of like really rich and interesting content updates.
Spiro, they're doing another open beta weekend, May 12th to the 14th,
changes,
up to
adding,
level
like,
20.
New, like legendary items, and,
testing
like,
all
unique
the
items
live features
and
coming
things
on
of
the June
that nature
1st.
for players who are playing in
That's
the
pretty much
Eternal
this whole
realm,
stream.
where you will be able to never have to worry about like a character reset or do any of those things. There will always be new infusions of some game content at that level to players going in that space.
Cool.
But for the richest experience in the post-launch environment, I would highly recommend checking out
Yeah, dude, that's
Seasons.
pretty
It's
huge.
some really, really cool stuff.
All right. So one thing that
I'll take it over nothing.
December press beta to the public beta was that
May 12th to the 14th, yeah.
Skill tree.
Did
There
I
were,
say that?
new passive skills
Or
and
did I
new
say something
paths
else?
made
Sorry.
amongst the passive nodes. So I'm wondering, was the skill tree designed in such a way that you can, over the course of seasons or expansions, add new passive or active skills?
Yes. So the skill tree really that we have for Diablo 4 at launch really is just the beginning of
Interesting.
these classes. We are going to be
So they
looking
can add
for new
more.
opportunities to
Oh,
create,
Heather with the
more
Comeback
play
Kid
styles within
membership.
classes,
Thank you,
add new
dude.
Passives, potentially new
You're the
skills in
queen.
future.
You're the
These are
best,
things
dude.
we'd
Thank you
like
so
to do.
much.
It is likely that
I don't know
these
if I have
kinds of
my
updates,
alerts
particularly
on.
of like new passives, like new
I think I
nodes,
did.
new things in the skill tree, are more likely to happen as part of our our future larger like expansion size updates.
Thank you, Heather, dude. You're the best.
Happening as part of the seasons. We have lots of interesting customization options.
There it
we're
is.
adding as part of the seasons, but they might not touch the skill
Thank you.
tree specifically.
Okay.
We've been seeing this question a lot. I've been seeing it in chat as well, and there's I think some confusion in regards to altars of Lilith, how those will work in between seasons, or will those reset? Like, how does that specifically work?
Sure. So Altar Lilith are one of the features that players can go and collect basically in the overworld that we're going to contribute to their renown total within each of the zones.
Well, and give permanent character power as well.
Well, I'm going to get there.
Okay.
So there's two purposes really that the
He's like,
Altar Lilith
"Shut it,
has.
Joe
They have this-
Shelley. I know what I'm
this larger
talking about."
collectible feature where you want to
Yo,
kind of go get
Piepi
all of
Aura
them,
knows what he's
for
talking
the,
about,
for
dude.
the,
Integrating
for
the
stat points
achievements with
as well.
Microsoft so my
And they
Xbox
also
can
provide
light up
Renown.
too.
So Renown is reset on a seasonal basis. So when you start a new character, your Renown score goes back down.
Yeah,
to
no
zero. You'll have to
ultimates
go
this
and finish
this
side
beta
dungeons, go do
weekend,
side
guys.
quests, go find
don't
Altars of Lilith, go do these things, or to kind of get that Renown back up to unlock all of those benefits. Now you don't need.
That's
to go
a
do
great
all of that
question,
content in the zone
Pedro.
to max out your Renown bar. There's actually
is a good
way more
question.
activities that grant Renown than you actually need to complete in order to finish going through and filling up all of the Renown and getting
That's
all
good.
5 tiers of the rewards. When it comes to the stat gain, so basically, to your point that you're just speaking about, Altars of Lilith also have another purpose, in that when you find one, they give you a stat boost that is supposed to apply to your character and all characters in that realm. The way that's going to work is that once you've collected that stat boost from a specific Altar of Lilith, that stat effect is going to propagate out to other characters of that game type. So basically, hardcore is going to have its own progression for this, where it's like if you were playing a hardcore character at launch and you go and you do all these things, those stat boosts you collect will propagate to your hardcore characters you make in the seasonal realm.
That's good.
And the same is true for players who are playing in the normal realm and playing the normal game mode. All the stat boosts they're unlocking via the Altars of Lilith will also unlock for their seasonal characters in the future, such that players don't need to go and collect every Altar of Lilith with every new season, but you do want to get some of them. They do still grant experience, and they do give you some bonus towards your boost towards your renown. But there's not the sense that you need to go and like do every single one of them every single time. We want that to be a really fun experience for players to engage with it, particularly while they're exploring Sanctuary for their first couple times at most, and have that bit of fun. Otherwise, players can choose to engage with them or ignore them as they go into their seasonal playthroughs in the future.
Right.
That's
So
good.
Characters, if you unlock a permanent stat boost in season 1, that will persist into season 2.
That's
That's
good.
correct.
That's a very, very good thing.
With
That's
regards
one of the
to
issues
item
I had
farming,
with the
you
game.
touched upon how Helltide, you can target farm specific slots. Is there any other kind of item types where either you can only get this item in this zone, this location, or is there some greater propensity for some items to drop off certain
Yeah, I
monsters,
feel you,
anything
Spiro.
like that?
So we have a number of different creatures in the game that have a chance to drop particular things. World bosses, for example, have a really, really good chance to drop Scattered Prism, which is the crafting material you need in order to add
Oh,
sockets
yeah.
to items in the game. And then there are certain content types that have the chance to grant certain materials, like Fiend Rose, for example, really only shows up in Helltide areas.
Yeah.
And the only way to
Velociraptor,
raise the
that's
level of your
exactly
Glyph
it.
is by going through and doing nightmare dungeons. When it comes to item farming, we also, and I've talked a little bit about this in the past, but I think it's good to remind people and also just to continue talking about it, right? Because it's a new mechanic. And that is that when you're fighting creatures of a certain monster family, like zombies or skeletons for their respective families, those monsters have a higher chance to drop certain kinds of items. It's actually a bonus chance to drop certain item types kind of
That's
happening
cool.
in the background. So it's not like if an item, like for example, skeletons have a chance, they have a chance to drop crossbows, irrespective of your class. So you play a barbarian, which can't use crossbows as one of its weapon types, and you could be killing all these skeletons, and you might just get a crossbow drop as a result of that. That's tradable with rogues. You know, there's other things you can do with that.
Oh,
but
Heather, good
that's not
point.
taking a roll from
That's a
the
good
skeleton to
question.
drop everything else in addition to that crossbow. It's like an extra bonus thing that that skeleton can
Oh,
drop.
that's Mother's
Every
Day
monster
weekend?
family has a few different
Shit.
things they drop this way. So as players are going through the experience, and particularly while they're leveling up the campaign, they'll
Fuck.
start saying like, "Oh, I'm getting like a lot of like rings from this.
That's
I'm getting a lot of
bad.
boots from this, or I'm getting a lot." And they'll realize that over time, they'll realize over the course of time that these are being dropped based on the monster families they're engaging with. So as players discover
Son
more
of
of
a
this, they
bitch.
continue to fight more monsters and start mapping some of these things out. They will uncover the right areas or the best areas potentially to farm for certain kinds of things, and that includes like unique items as well. So if you're looking for a unique crossbow, maybe it behooves you to try to fight a lot of skeletons because you know they have a chance to drop crossbows in addition to other things. So these are the sorts of things that, like, as you're diving deeper into like the hunting
Son
gameplay,
of a
the item hunting
bitch.
gameplay, these are things to look
Lilith
at.
is our mother.
That's not the end. There's a lot more we're going to be doing as the game continues to mature. and
What
as we're
about
going
Breath
into,
of the
like, our
Wild 2?
post-launch
Yeah,
period.
Breath of the Wild 2
But,
gets
you know,
released then?
we'll talk
Oh
about
my
that when the time
god,
comes.
why do they do this shit?
This one is kind of tied to some of the Server Slam stuff that we just announced, which is
Not all,
will there be
Mom. Some
any
of us are
additional
very
changes
happy.
made to the game after the Server Slam weekend, like what was done during the beta.
No, I mean, we announced that the game has gone
Austin,
gold.
oh my
The
God.
Server Slam is, you're testing a version of the game that is very close
Dude.
to the launch version of the game. That's why it's so effective as a Server Slam. Now, of course, as a live service game, we're going to be continuing
Need to do
take
some
feedback
slamming.
exactly like you saw during the beta, during the after the game has launched, and making changes and making improvements
Shit.
based on data and player feedback.
Awesome.
Can't.
All right, overlay map versus mini-map. Mini-map is a little map in the top right corner. Overlay is what we had in the past in D2, where you have this semi-transparency
Who
of
gives a
the
shit?
large-scale map over your
Same
actual
shit,
gameplay.
man.
D4 does not have
Let's
an
get
overlay
to some
map.
real
A lot of
questions.
people are asking for it. What's the reason for no overlay?
Yeah, so when you're playing through
Who cares?
an action RPG and you're playing through that core loop, you're basically switching between two modes of behavior, right?
Sorry,
You're
Mom.
killing monsters
Got
or
COVID
you're
for the
navigating.
weekend.
And
Ask
you're
about
switching
that
back and forth
goddamn
between those really
paladin.
quickly.
Like,
So
say
it can
it.
be helpful to have that be as fast as possible.
Hi, Sky Robert. What's
so that
going
you
on, dude? How we
can-
doing?
I just killed those monsters. Okay, where am I going to go? Is there an objective to the left or right? Right, and so the overlay map is very effective at doing that.
I was
In fact,
just
it's so
sick. I can't use that
effective
excuse
it's
again.
There's no reason
got
to
you
ever
D4
close it.
for Mother's
And so
Day.
there are a lot of solutions.
Let's
that we've
have
seen,
some mother-son
different
time.
games do in terms of like trying to mitigate.
That's awesome.
Sort of its effects on combat in terms of fading areas around the player or other things like that.
Now you're
What
double
we're trying
sick.
to do is
You're
we're
slammed
trying to
with
keep
sickness.
The combat and navigation spaces as clean as possible.
Riker needs to take one
by
for the team and
separating
pull a
them little bit
switchblade
more.
on him and
so
get
that's why
answers
you
about the
see
sixth
on the
class.
map, you see, the pin
Send
system on
flowers
the
or
map.
a spa
You
day.
see,
Oh,
in
man.
certain cases,
Smart.
edge of screen indicators on the minimap. We want to add more of those kinds of things.
Transparent
but
overlay.
ultimately,
Just
you know,
freaking
our goal is
Who
to make
cares?
sure that players, when they're going back and forth between combat mode and navigation mode, that
Cool.
they have the tools that they need to do
Bro,
it efficiently.
like,
and they
what
don't
is
feel
it-
Like it's a
what is
huge,
he saying?
hassle. So we're going to be continuing to look at this feedback.
Just put it in there. It takes 30
launch,
seconds.
You know, you won't have an overlay.
Some
map.
people want it,
We're
some
trying to
people
make
don't.
that
Just give the
experience as smooth as
option. Who
possible.
gives a shit?
We're going to continue to listen to player feedback on this point.
All right.
Riker is
We
paid
have a
guy,
question
nice guy.
saying, are all dungeons going to be single floor iterations with halls like traversing, or are we going to get like maybe multi-level dungeons or anything?
Multi-floored? That'd be cool.
Brings,
I
like,
want some
elevation and
long
so forth.
dungeons, dude.
You know, it's interesting.
5 new
that,
classes.
one
Holy
of the things that
shit.
we did
Ordering
in
flowers and
Diablo
chocolates
4,
right now. I'm covered.
That's really
Yo,
cool
that's
is
huge.
That, you don't have to load between
I'll be
dungeon
playing with my
floors.
son. Yo, Cat, that is
An
genius.
interesting
That is an
effect of that
amazing
is
weekend
that,
for you. Oh my god.
You might not always notice when you're going down a floor into a lower floor. There is a, you know, there are staircases and there are
They
sort of
mean
moments
levels,
where,
man. You
where
know what
that
they
shows up
mean.
and there's UI that appears, that shows up. But in many cases, our dungeons do have multiple floors, and because it's so seamless, you don't always notice. Now, in terms of, you know, when you think back to Diablo 1 and adventuring down through the cathedral, and it's this very deep dungeon.
Dude, that is badass.
Our dungeon tech can certainly do that too, and that's certainly something that
Oh, dear
could be a
God.
cool option for the future.
Awesome.
All right. With regards to
I stopped
PvP,
listening when
is there
blonde
any
dude
kind of
speaks.
instancing to separate out solo players versus groups, or are we
Whenever
gonna see,
Joe
like,
Shelley
four-man
talks, you just hit
squads
mute.
ganking
That's
lonely
terrible.
players?
Yeah, you will see 4-man squads ganking lonely players.
Oh,
I
man,
wanna make sure
Militron,
I'm really
dude.
clear about this.
Fudge, dude, you are
the
in
fields of hatred
trouble.
that we have in Diablo 4 are not a place for honor.
Son of a
they're a place
bitch.
for slaughter. So if you go into those spaces, you need to be mindful that you are
Ask
entering
him how hard
a
it is to
chaotic
add
realm
doors.
of danger and threat. That's the fantasy. That's what we're trying to do.
Sweet Militron.
Now, players who go into these spaces might also be fortunate and find there's a number of other players that are trying to peacefully farm up, in various resources while they're fighting there, and not actually be interested in engaging in PvP immediately. That also is a situation you might occasionally find yourself in. Maybe you decide that you want to take advantage of them, and you show up and decide that you want to go and gank those players and take their things. Greed gets the best of us all at some point in time. But I want to make it really clear that there are things in place in terms of how we bucket players by level and things like that to ensure that you're not always be going up against like really, really high level players and very, very low level. But in terms of like, I'm walking in this space, is there any guarantee that there aren't 3 people somewhere roaming around this area looking to gank lonely people like me? The answer is there is no mechanic in place to prevent that from occurring. So you need to be mindful of that when you're walking around here. Go in there with friends or walk in and be prepared to occasionally die.
Black Priest, what's going on, dude?
Especially when you
Druid
immediately
werewolf
walk
buff?
into a field of
They
hatred,
did
if
buff
you were to
companions
immediately
heavily.
get killed by other players. There's actually no real
That area
penalty
should be
for you in that
toxic as
case, and you
fuck.
haven't
I
started to
agree,
acquire
it should
any
be.
of
Like the Dark
PvP
Zone in Division,
resources
right?
in that zone yet anyway.
Should be.
So they have nothing
Don't
to
go
gain
there
from
if
killing
you don't
and
want to
nothing
die,
lose as a
period.
result of that death.
You don't want to risk
So,
dying
yeah,
or
things to
farming
experiment
out
with, but,
good
going with the right set of
materials. Like,
expectations.
But there is some pseudo matchmaking.
clan
stuff, like level
update.
100
Yes!
players
That's,
ganking
oh
level
my
25 players.
god!
That's correct. There is some bucketing
Fix
in place
that
to make sure that doesn't happen.
terrible clan
I would
tab.
add too that the
It's awful. That is
the fields of
huge.
hatred
I forgot
are
about that,
fairly
Heather.
large areas.
Yes.
So you're not. There are some tools to avoid the same group of players repeatedly killing you. There are
No,
also
there
two
isn't.
fields of hatred, so you can move between fields of hatred, and there are things like elixirs.
Mobile
that
version
can allow
clan
you
tab,
to
it's
be more
atrocious.
evasive or get away from situations where you feel like you're at a disadvantage. There are also, when you think about
Words. Yeah, I'm not. What?
the fields of hatred mechanic, you're collecting these shards of hatred, and you're refining
Yeah, I'm
them
waiting
so
for
that
some
you can
extra
turn them
juice,
into
dude. That's what I'm
rewards.
saying, Velociraptor.
The locations that you can do that are
Something
several
else.
locations, typically active at a time, so you can sort of do some strategizing about where there might be enemy players and where it might be safe.
That's right. When an altar is being used to purify those shards of hatred into red dust, you'll actually see a notification on your map letting you know where that's
No new
actually
class
occurring.
yet,
So if you see
no.
There's a lot of activity in the northwestern part of the zone. Maybe that's a great time to sneak over to the southeastern side and try to quietly and quickly cleanse some red dust of your own. Because once it's cleansed, you can't lose it. You don't drop it. Right. Yeah.
Okay, if you think you're going to be
we
able
have
to
a lot
kill my
of,
group of
questions
guys,
related
you're
to,
dead
like,
wrong.
seasonal
My
stuff
4
and battle
versus
pass
any
stuff. I
4,
just wanna
I'll
note
whoop
that
their
we
ass.
actually our next live stream, in May, in early
Soon.
May, soon.
Oh, they're doing another live stream.
Soon TM. We'll be actually focusing a little bit on our seasonal structure as well as battle pass and so forth. So
That's
we're
cool.
actually gonna leave
Okay.
those comments specifically for that. I keep looking down
Okay,
at the
so there's
monitor
our
and the
extra
people in
juice.
production behind me keep going, Adam, what's wrong with you? That's just me. In regards to other quick questions that we do have.
Adam's a weird guy, man.
I'm going to just lightning off a few questions that have been coming up. These are kind of related, I would say, but one is a co-op on PC. Have we looked at doing something like that?
What?
And then separately, mouse and keyboard on console. Is that something that we've also looked into?
No couch co-op on PC, no mouse and keyboard on console.
There you go.
Okay, thanks, Joe Shelley.
Mainly because as you guys
I'll
know,
solo
PC,
slam all y'all,
like
Sky.
the
No
accounts are
shot,
coming
brother.
out and having two
No
accounts
shot.
at the same time
I'm
on
telling,
PC
kill
is
it.
a little difficult.
You don't gotta do. You don't
and
have to
then on
1v1
console,
me, dude.
Right
Just
now,
hop
it's
in the
just,
group.
controller play.
Just hop in the group.
And you know, as we
Yeah, these
get
are
past
some
that
shit
and so forth,
questions.
we'll
I
look
want the
more into feedback
juice.
and everything from that end.
I guess last question from me. With regards to the crafting system, can we expect that to be something that is built up to be more robust over time? with
Yeah,
regards to either
I agree.
Seasons or, again, expansions?
I agree.
Oh,
That's a good
yes.
question.
So, Diablo 4 is a game about killing monsters, collecting loot, screwing
Co-op
around
on
with that loot to do
PC?
fun
Who the
things and make it
hell-
get more performance out of it, modifying those things.
What is this for-
Looking for the right ethics. Yeah, we're gonna absolutely continue to be like just changing some of the crafting options, modifying them, providing new options that don't exist right now, building upon things we already have in place.
Can anyone join your
You can
guild?
expect to see a lot of things. Like, Diablo 4 is a live service because it's a rich.
I think we're
bed
gonna
of
leave it to
opportunities
members
like,
only,
refine,
only
change,
because we're
update,
capped out at
you know,
150.
and modify the systems we have in place right now.
So if you're a
yeah,
member,
you'll
you can.
definitely see more crafting features over the course of time.
Special announcement
Awesome.
already, well announced. Yeah,
Last few
it's
small questions.
open beta
People have
weekend,
been
May
asked about
12th through the
ray
14th.
tracing, because we mentioned
What about a
the NVIDIA
WASD
DLSS 3,
movement? What?
will be
Coming
coming in.
after
The Server Slam ray tracing is coming after launch. It's something that we had talked about earlier. Let's see. This is an interesting question. If you're on your mount, can you actually pick up crafting materials and stuff like that while you're on your mount in the overworld?
There are a number of simple actions you can perform when you're on your mount. I believe right now you can pick up herbs when you're mounted.
That's pretty
Yes.
cool.
Cool. I'm trying to see.
That's just convenient. Okay, but I
The
mean,
chat's moving incredibly fast. A lot of people are talking about WASD movement right now. We don't have any plans for
No
incorporating
WASD.
that. It's something
Fuck.
that we may look into post-launch.
no plans at all. They haven't even thought
Cool.
about it really.
I think we got a decent amount of questions in. Talked about this,
Anything else?
the beta learnings, and of course,
Reoccurring members
all the,
only. Yeah,
information
that's what
about
I mean.
Endgame
And the Server Slam.
and the Server Slam.
Ashiva's Server Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah. On you
Ashiva?
mentioned WASD movement. So no WASD movement will not be in the game at launch, but in the Server Slam, do check out the additional control customization options.
That's
that
it,
we
huh?
added. They are referenced on the blog, and we want to continue to add more ways to customize the control scheme in the way that you're thinking of. So something that we're thinking about for the future.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Come
thank
on
you
and
guys
slam.
again, and thank you, Riker, for joining us this week. I know you've had a opportunity to play through the game quite a lot. We've just stuck him in a room. He's really just played the game.
Mick
a ton
Right
this
face,
week.
oh my
But
God.
we really appreciate everyone tuning in for the Diablo 4 developer update live stream. Again, our next live stream will be
Okay.
sometime in May. Early May, and we'll be talking a little bit about
Mounts
our
Writable in beta?
season
Yeah,
structure as well as
I
our
wanna
battle
know.
pass. And a few other things that we did want to call out on in terms of Diablo 3. We have season 28 currently going on right now. It's an awesome season. Highly recommend checking
Check
it
it out.
out.
Yeah, check it out.
If you haven't. And then of course with Diablo Immortal, they just came out with a big update about a week or two ago that added
Oh my
a
God,
new,
dude, guys.
PvP system
Okay.
into the game. So
Okay,
make sure to check that out if you haven't as well. For Diablo 2, we do want to announce one quick thing as well, which is the Diablo 2 Season 4 Diablo 2 Season 4 will actually begin on May 4th. So we did want to get that out so people can plan their calendars, because it's always been a fun, exciting time within D2R for people to do the ladder race as they kind of get prepped for it, take time off, call off from work. We'll give you a doctor's note. It's perfect. So, but yes, thank you guys again for tuning in to the Diablo 4 developer update live stream. And we really appreciate you guys and appreciate
All
the
right.
feedback. And thank you again, Riker.
Thank you so
for,
much for
for
having
joining
me.
us.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
Honestly,
Any
okay.
parting words?
Thank you guys. I appreciate the update. Joe Shelley, I've
If I
heard
would like
enough
to
of
slam
you.
the server,
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, that's enough of that guy. All right. Look at this guy's face, dude. We would like you to slam those servers. Joe Shelley, go to bed, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Okay, quick recap. Let's just quickly recap what's going on here. No CBK outro jam. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Okay. Quick recap. We're gonna do this together really, really quick, okay? Hour and a half stream. Hour and a half stream. Here we go. They talked about Okay, all right, hold on. Give me a second. Let me think about it for a second. I don't want to cheat either. I don't want to look at the chat and you guys say it. They talked about the end game a little bit, but they're not allowed to go into too much detail. That's what he said. So they talked about everything that they spoke and we already viewed during the Endgame video release that they showed a few weeks ago. They went through all of that. They didn't talk about battle passes. They didn't talk about seasons. That's going to be coming in the next live stream. They talked about how when you level up in world tiers, you gain new items, which we already know. Let's see. What else? They talked about the patch notes that we already knew and why they did it, which we already knew why they did it. They put developer notes. What else? They talked about... That's just off my memory. They talked about class design, max level. Oh, they talked about the Paragon board a little bit, but things we already know. One thing that was new is that we saw some new information on Glyphs and the leveling of them up, which is around here somewhere. Come on, Islam. They talked about nightmare sigils on how you can destroy one. That was kind of cool. You could destroy one if it doesn't, if it's not good for the build that you're currently running. I think for all the minor details, that's kind of it. Yeah, they talked about glyphs a little bit. Yeah. Does anyone have the timestamp on where the glyph level up tab is? I don't know where that is. Oh, I think it's here. Yeah, here it is. Check it out. Here it is. Here is the glyph level up tab. That's kind of cool. That's new. Keyword search on the Paragon board. Other than that, the big announcement was that the May 12th to the May 14th is going to be a new live stream. Oh, let me stop a recording over here. Hold on. Yeah. I mean, that's... They didn't really get much into mounts, really. They just spoke about how there's going to be a mount armor this coming beta. Yeah. Let me start transferring over this file, and then when this file is transferred over, I got to make a video. Oh, I didn't fucking transfer. Hold on. All right. I mean, interesting. Honestly, listen, I'm not trying to be the guy to be negative or, you know, a real pessimist out of the situation. I think at the end of the day, they're doing what they can to try to calm people down. You know what I mean? They're trying to keep the peace going. X-Kill it, take it easy, brother. Have a good day. Y'all screwed Mother's Day. Yeah. May 12th to the 14th, huh? That's what's going down. May 12th to May 14th. Interesting. Do you guys have any big takeaways from that? What do you guys think? I'm dying to hear your guys' concerns. Do you guys feel like you just got baited out pretty big time? Because a little bit, I kind of do. I kind of feel like I was baited a little bit. Yeah, why is this making that sound? Holy. I need to grease this sucker up, dude. Holy. I feel like I was baited up a little bit. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything crazy. But if you want me to be honest, we were definitely anticipating another test weekend. So that was for sure, and it happened, which is good. I did have some concerns that never got answered, but it is what it is. Snooze Fest, yeah, it was kind of a freaking snoozer. We didn't really talk about anything new at all. I mean, they announced they were going to bring a lot more brand new information. That's what they said. So that's, kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna go streams, 16. Copy this here. That's it. I gotta make a video, so I'm gonna get out of here in the next, like, 10 minutes or so, but I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty boring. It was pretty uneventful. Another beta from the 12th to the 14th. Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, yes, I'm not mad either. Listen, I'm not mad either. Listen, they're doing the best they can, and listen, they helped pass some time in my day, dude. They helped pass some time in my day. I'll take an open beta weekend test out session all day, every day. I'm glad they announced beta, which I figured they would do for servers. I thought it was gonna be like Endgame, like a Endgame beta weekend. I don't really see the purpose of a level 20 beta weekend. Like, if we're just being honest, like, what are we, just for the server stability? I guess. Still want to play the game? Thank you for streaming. Yeah, I love you guys so much. If you guys are out of here, take it easy. Have a good day. Dale, have a good one. So it's another beta test, but you're lower level and not as strong. Sounds bad unless they put a Helltide where that level 35 mob spawns. But that could be unbeatable. D4 live play till next beta? Oh, man. Maybe. I want to do a D3 playthrough. I really, really do. Right now I'm trying to catch up on prepping content because I have a lot of stuff prepped. I want to make more like a final class guide for every class right before launch, an ultimate guide to getting started. I got to make some shorts. I got to look out for some sponsors. I have a meeting tomorrow for one. I have a lot of, like, actual work to do rather than, like, play games. That's the only problem. It's like I'm a streamer and content creator, but I never play video games. Isn't that funny? What will be your main at D4? Probably Rogue for a while at the start, and then, maybe Barbarian. That's a bit harsh to say. There's nothing new in that stream. Previous beta uncovered fixes that needed to be made. They showed fixes. They're not going to overhaul the game. No. Listen, no one expected for them to do anything crazy or drastic or anything nuts, but, oh, Cody Asians, hey, what's going on, dude? What a big 5. Thank you so much, play it. Just want to drop in, show some love. Love you, buddy. Honestly, thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know. No, listen, I wasn't expecting anything nuts. I don't think anyone was expecting anything nuts, but they were hyping up this stream a lot. I'm just going to say that. On Twitter for the last 2-3 weeks, talking about you need to see the brand new things we've never revealed. That's what they were saying. They said that. They said there are features that we've never revealed before, quoted on Twitter, that you need to come check out when we're doing it with Riker. So I was expecting at least something new that we haven't seen. Because that's what they said, and that's what they built it up to be. You want me to be honest? That's what they built it up to be. And Riker, yeah, Riker was talking up a lot. By the way, I have nothing against that guy. He's a phenomenal content creator, good human being, great at making content. He's original. He doesn't steal people's content. Amazing, amazing, amazing content creator. 10 out of 10. Nothing really you can experience at level 20 in its full capacity. All those changes will be better felt in official release. So yeah. Yeah. Love Riker, he did great. Yeah, he did good. Incredible stream, Diablo. Listen, the only thing I didn't like was the fact that they did build up the stream to be a lot bigger than it was going to be, and I get it. You know, they're trying to get some the hype out there, but I don't know. I just missed it. What did I miss? They said that there's going to be a new testing weekend called the Server Slam weekend from May 12th to the 14th, which is also Mother's Day weekend, in case you're wondering. So even I probably might not even be able to play Saturday or whenever Mother's Day actually is, or Friday, whenever. I don't know. So that sucks. Yeah, I agree. I think their hype was maybe misplaced and audiences ran with it too. New class, beta weekend, plus more. Yeah. Just want to play the game without crashing. Yeah, for real. Just booked a holiday for that weekend. Oh. Goodbye. I'll see you later. Line hunk and sunk our clock. Yeah, dude. Everybody get up. It's time to slam now. It's time to slam. Good thing I don't speak to my mother then. Yeah. Oh, no, dude. Listen. We'll be busy, man. We might be a little busy. Oh, that's my dog. That's my dog Logic, dude. Man, so, either way, man, we're doing it. Either way, Sky, I'm rocking with you in the CBK family. We got this. Diablo 4 content or not, I'm down. Yeah, dude, listen. Guys, just a brief explanation on what's going on here with the channel and everything moving forward. We're gonna play and make content on Diablo, good or bad, rain or shine. Honestly, until I'm not interested in the game anymore. I'm never gonna play or make content on something I'm not interested in. I tried that one time. I'll never do it again. I tried doing that with Hogwarts, and I was making really good content. I was getting pretty good views, so I was getting like 20k views a video. But I just had no interest. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, Zelda also comes out that weekend too. God, we got real shit on with that one. But moving forward, we're going to make content and try to get a community together for Diablo as much as we possibly can. And then, you know, eventually, when the time comes, I don't know if it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 months after launch. I have no idea until I'm bored with the game. You know what I mean? We're going to try to move on to games like MMORPGs or just other good RPGs in general, because that's what I love. You know what I mean? So, that's the plan with that. But either way, man, for Diablo, I'm excited. I think there's a lot of replayability with it. There's seasons coming out. There's a lot of Battle Pass content. There's post-launch content. There's DLCs. There's expansions. There's 5 classes with incredible build variety with every class. Every class can have like 10 different awesome, good, fun builds that look amazing to play. I'm gonna have so much time to actually play this game. It's incredible. And then there's also hardcore. Like, there's a whole hardcore experience that you can experience too, and go out there and experience that. That's awesome. There's a lot of things to do. 100 levels, Paragon board, Glyphs, Legendary, Ancestral, Sacred Gear farming. I mean, Hogwarts was so mesmerizing until I beat it and explored what I wanted to. Yeah, listen, Hogwarts was fun. I had my fun time with Hogwarts. It's just, you know, it was a single-player game. Okie dokie, y'all, I'm off. Yo, guys, if you guys are out of here, take it easy. We got about 5 to 10-ish more minutes left. Ancestral? Yikes. Ancestral. Oh, man. I want that holiday content. Big Druid needs a Santa hat. Take it easy, cat, dude. Hey, got last curious question from me before I go. Does the NZ in your name have anything to do with New Zealand? You know, I get that question a lot. No, it's the initials of my name. My first name is Nico. For those of you guys that do not know. Nico. Interesting. Did you hear about that new Quidditch I did see that. I saw a little bit of information on that. Nothing too crazy, though. But, I mean, you know, it's something, I guess. Hardcore player, and I'm worried that it'll be like to recover from... Oh, man, yeah. Imagine dying at, like, level 80 on a hardcore character. Holy shit. Oh. Oh. Where are you from, Nico? I am from South Florida, like Fort Lauderdale, Miami, something like that. Around that area. South Florida. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think you're gonna have so much time. See the upcoming official hardcore WoW? Yeah, did they officially announce it? Like officially from a Blizzard post say that? But I know it's coming. We all know it's coming. Might have to get into that a little bit too. That might be fun, 5-head, dude. Maybe we could do that a little bit. Play some WoW together, classic WoW. You'll have to carry me a little bit though. I play Rhett Pally in classic. And Ellie Sham. Oh my god, how terrible. I'm a burden. Playable Quidditch was the only major thing missing from Hogwarts? Yeah. Hogwarts was super fun without Quidditch though. Yeah, true. Hogwarts was fun. I had my great time to play Hogwarts. I want a better Season of Mastery too. Yeah, I just want like consistent seasons that are different. That would be cool. Play classic hardcore. I could. Right now, sadly, I want to. Lance is going to start playing it. I just don't have time. Like, I'm actually making and researching and trying to create content 24/7, like 12, 14 hours a day, figuring out how to be better, innovate, create things new, better animations. Crucio. You know what I mean? Diablo 3 playthrough? Yeah, I gotta start live streaming again. I mean, I love live streaming. Like, I wanted to do this. It's just, I've been busting my ass on actually making content and keeping the channel relevant rather than just chilling out playing video games. You know what I mean? Like, I love playing games. Don't get me wrong. I'm a dork. But, you know. Hope the seasons have interesting variants and not just power creep like in 3. Yeah. I don't know. Falling behind, bro. We got a ton of new info. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I gotta head out of here. I mean, I just don't even know what I'm gonna make this video on. Like, it's gonna be a quick 4 or 5 minute video. Pretty much me talking like this to the camera. CBK live stream all Mother's Day weekend confirmed, pretty much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna head out of here. I love you guys so much, man. I appreciate all the love and support. We're going to be doing live streams again very, very soon. Everyone knows April is supposed to be slow for Diablo 4. It's going to pick up in early May, heading into that weekend, as well as, you know, I mean, obviously launch in June. I love you guys so much. Listen, we have a lot to do, guys. Diablo 4 is coming. We're going to have some fun. We're making content. We're going to live stream again. We have a lot of shit coming, right? This was just the slow time. Anthony, what's going on, dude? Keep up the grind, my man. Thank you so much. I missed it. Anthony, they just announced a open beta weekend from the 12th to the 14th. Up to level 20. That's it. And to be honest, other than that, nothing else. They didn't announce anything else. They really just talked about what they already displayed to the public. But anyways, guys, I love you so much. I appreciate all the love and support. I'm gonna head out of here. I gotta make a quick video on the recap of this, on this video. So that's gonna be, yeah, but Anthony, the problem is that Zelda Breath of the Wild comes out that weekend, and it's Mother's Day weekend. Let me know about the merch, please. Yeah, Stephanie, we're gonna pop open the merch store in May again. Later, bro. Great stream, CBK fam. Take it easy. The best is yet to come. Yeah, dude, it's right there. It's right there. I love you guys so much. Yeah, can someone put the Discord link in here again? One of the mods, please. It's also right after the new WoW patch. I don't know what they're doing. So weird. Merch store open May 12th to the 14th. That's smart. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I gotta get to this edit. I'm gonna do a really, really quick edit speaking about some stuff. I appreciate all the support, guys. I will see you very, very soon in some new live streams. New content coming very, very soon. That's it, I guess. Daniel, take it easy, man. Thank you on the content. I appreciate it. I love you guys so much. God bless. Anyways, my name's Sky from the Comeback Kids. I will see you all in the next one. Houdini. I don't know. Peace out, guys. Love you. Peace.